so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, nobody made us, and no one can take this cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people. Don't mess with this. Let's go.
Good morning. It is Patrick and the people. Welcome to your Monday. Man, it's a little bit wet out there, but not nearly as bad as it was yesterday. Boy, I don't know, man. It just rained all day yesterday wherever I was. Was the same for you?
Yes, like sideways winds. Like
Yeah.
coming
Hey,
down.
stay on it like that right there. There you go.
Thing's weird.
Here, I'm going to push you up a little bit. There you go. Try that.
Thank you. Sound better?
Yeah. Much better. Much better. All right. You know Chad Sledge, the owner of Piercings by Chad in Conway. If you haven't been to see him to get pierced, what's going on with you? You need a barbell somewhere, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
Come see me.
Yeah. Come see Chad. He'll
Put
take
it in
good
all
care of
sorts
you.
of places.
How y'all doing this morning?
He'll provide you with a bonus hole.
Maybe two.
Yeah, good. And right here to my right is Amanda, the owner of the Break Room. Hello.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I got soaked yesterday.
Did you?
I seen that
did.
picture. I seen the
Yeah,
picture.
you saw the picture? Oh my goodness. I was like wringing water out of my hair and my clothes. I went and did our Goodwill runs because
Oh, did
Sundays
you?
you got your dollar day or whatever, and I went out to the fancy one at Highway 10. And I'd been watching the weather because I'm smart. I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
And I got in there, I'm good. And all of a sudden I hear thunder and I was like, oh, I should probably leave. I was checking out and I saw it. Anyways, it was, I had to go home and change. It was ridiculous.
I got to tell you, the other day we had a conversation about Goodwill.
Yeah.
And when I left the studio later, I got a call. And it was my friend at Goodwill. He goes, man, that was so awesome. He said, I really appreciate it. They clipped it and shared it with the entire company.
Oh,
That's
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
I love
so
it.
I think that's great, man. If you didn't see that, check out our podcast. You can always go over and watch it after we're live. You can go to iHeart. Yeah, that's right. You can go to Audible. You can go to Amazon. You can go to Spotify. All of those are there.
I almost spit out my protein shake. I heart.
Well, a little something there, for you to think about. Yeah. So we've got a great show. We had a great show Friday, by the way. You went and saw Mike and Renard at the Looney Bin, right?
It was so good. It was really, really good. I hope some of y'all out there in Facebook and listening land got a chance to go see them. And if not, just check them out on their socials. I think it was Funny Man, Mike James, and Renard Comedy. They were phenomenal.
They were
so
great in the studio, and Friday was such an excellent show.
It was.
Other than somebody's overzealous attempt to hurt me.
What?
And be this person here. He got a big thing today. Look, I came in over the weekend and did a little bit of work to set up for a big debate. Tomorrow's election day.
Oh,
It
man.
is.
And so your final opportunity to hear from the candidates, I know you wouldn't think it would be this show, right? You might think, hey, it'd be some big news show somewhere,
Right.
but no, the final debate will happen here this morning between the candidates right about 7 o'clock. And you're going to want to be here for that because, I'm sure they'll have very important things to say. I worked very tirelessly to bring in some outstanding questions that probably you're not going to hear in other places.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to get down to the real dirt. You
They
understand what I'm saying?
It was the last ditch effort for them to try to show the American people that they really do care about you.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. All right, let's see who's outrun the Grim Reaper. Okay, how about Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid? How old do you think Ralph is? Anybody?
55.
Okay.
I like it. 52.
Okay, 62 for the Karate Kid.
Oh my God.
The Karate Kid is near Social Security
Wow.
age. That's
Yeah,
right.
Getting up there.
All right, how old's Matthew McConaughey, y'all?
All right.
70.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
I don't
Oh,
know.
man, probably 58.
Okay, you're closer, 54.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Just keep
Your
living,
phone's
man.
on the table.
Just keep living. Hey,
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Boss,
You in trouble.
Let's see. Who else? Heather Tom is 48 now. She's from soap operas. We don't know her.
Who's Heather Tom?
Yeah, we don't know. We don't care. Hey,
No.
Diddy.
Uh-oh.
Diddy has a
I wonder if
birthday.
he's celebrating.
You think he's having a Diddy party?
Hold on, he got the Diddy
It's a Diddy party. You think he's saying that y'all gonna come to the Diddy party? No.
Nope.
Nobody's coming to the Diddy party.
Nobody.
He's the same age as McConaughey, 54. Let's see who else. Reality star Jessa Duggar is 31. She's 1/19th of the famous Duggar clan. Reality star, crazy person, comedian Kathy Griffin, 63. Jeff Probst, Survivor, 62. Look, that dude right there.
That's the coach.
He's an OG. Yeah, the host of Survivor. He is an OG reality show host. He is a he's an awesome host. He taunts those people nonstop and is pretty amazing. I do like Survivor, always have. I'm watching right now in the reality land House of Villains 2, and Richard Hatch, who won the first Survivor and likes to be naked a lot, is on there. And this dude doesn't give a damn. He just takes his clothes off in front of anybody, and they're all like, man, please stop, dude. Please. Yeah, I'm just, he doesn't care if you see his man meat, and that's fine. I mean, whatever, I guess. I'm just not the one to see it.
There's some folks that take issue with that.
Well, let's go to Oklahoma, where at least 11 people were injured after a weekend of tornadoes and flooding in Oklahoma. Oklahoma City officials said Sunday there were injuries that were non-life-threatening. Nearly 40 structures destroyed, dozens damaged, thousands of customers without power in the region. Governor Kevin Stitt issued emergency declaration for 6 counties. It ripped through the town of Hera, and it was an EF3, according to National Weather Service. So, pretty tough there. Oreo giving fans a holiday treat with a new festive flavor. Did you? The limited edition Oreo festive cookies. They feature Oreo's chocolate cookie topped with 5 holiday-themed designs, including candy cane, gingerbread man, penguin, snowman, and Rudolph.
Why?
I don't know, man, because they need something to do. They're bored.
Well, you heard me, kind of guffaw at that. Like, I think Halloween, obviously Halloween, they had like 11 different things, color schemes, and all this weird flavors. I'm like, stop it.
Yeah, it's just, you know what? Give me just
Mega
a handful.
stuff.
You give me too many, I'm just going to walk away from it. It's too many choices.
I will say that their gluten-free are fantastic. Like, they actually just taste like regular Oreos.
Let's pause here.
Why
do we do gluten-free?
Because I don't like.
Celiac?
No, I'm not, but
Okay.
I do have a sensitivity.
You do have a sensitivity.
But I did.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
You didn't
I
eat
got-
bread as a kid?
No, I ate a lot of bread.
Cereal?
Pasta, bread, cereal. It's all my favorite.
So what does gluten do to one?
It bloats me.
Really?
It may make me a
Well,
little
now,
gassy.
if I thought it bloated me, I'd probably stop.
Well, it was uncomfortable. So,
no,
I mean,
I
yeah,
get
but
it. I
it's
would too. That's what I'm
delicious. I
saying.
mean, I ate a whole bowl of
No,
pasta
no,
last night.
I
don't
asked for
care.
extra gluten to make up for you. Grammy Award-winning record producer Quincy Jones has died at the age of 91. Don't feel too bad. He was 91.
Yeah.
So what happens? Jones was born on the south side of Chicago at age 14. He introduced himself to then 16-year-old Ray Charles, who he cited as inspiration for his own music career. Don't know if it was inspiration for his philandering career, but Jones began traveling the country on tour with different acts, including the band that supported Elvis. In 61, he became an artist, an A&R director for Mercury Records. Let's see. He worked with every kind of artist you can imagine. I mean, Quincy Jones, he's one of the greatest producers of all time. Let's see. Okay, there are some things you just can't do. A Texas mom is facing charges for trying to sell her baby on Facebook because why wouldn't you go to Marketplace to sell your baby? I mean, come on now. It's hard, it's a hard place to sell because people are going to be like, is that baby still available?
And then ghost you.
And then ghost you immediately. Yes, no, the baby is available. Are you interested?
Pause.
Crickets. Yeah, the post was listed.
Drugs are bad.
And drugs are bad.
Mm.
It was listed in a group called Birth Mothers Looking for Adoptive Parents. And Juniper Bryson, 21, was in contact with 6 different prospective buyers.
No.
She reportedly believed what she was doing wasn't illegal and was instead a different kind of adoption. Oh, yes. No, that's a
Different.
special kind of adoption.
Somebody told her that in jail.
Yeah. Eventually, one of the people she was communicating with reported her to police because she started asking for money. Yeah, no, you can understand. That seems a little suspect when they ask for money for the baby. No, you can have it for $20,000. Let's see. New fencing up around various locations in D.C. Well, you know why, right? Do I need to tell you? I'm not going through any more of that. You already know. All right. Let's see. A new docu-series about Ace of Base is coming. That's all you need to know.
Right.
Avoid it.
Yes.
3 guests and a dog walk into a fire station, not the opening line of a joke. Oh, 3 goats and a dog even. Okay. Apparently, members of New Bedford Fire Department Engine 5 spotted a mother goat, 2 baby goats, and a dog walking up to the station. They worried something would happen. They corralled the herd and apparently got them all back home safely, so that's good news. Here's a little bit of some other news, and not good. In Orlando, police have released the identities of 2 men killed in a downtown Orlando shooting on Halloween. Tyreek Hill and Tim Schmidt Jr. killed after midnight Friday during a Halloween celebration. 7 others injured. Gunshots, you understand how
I
that
saw that
works.
video.
Yeah. Forecasters paying attention to a weather system in the Southwest Caribbean. National Hurricane Center has forecast the system to strengthen to a tropical storm today with potential to become Hurricane Raphael. They don't really know what's going to happen with that yet. It was expected, but restaurant chain TGI Fridays did file for Chapter 11. The company said it's looking for ways to ensure long-term viability. Good luck on that. Good luck getting people to come and eat these days.
Seriously.
Thanks to weak demand from several areas, notably China, OPEC has agreed to delay the oil output increase it had planned for next month. 8 members, along with Russia and other allies, decided to push back the expected increase till January. So what does that mean? Well, it means the gas prices aren't going to drop right now. Yeah. It's not every day a town sees its entire police force resign. That's what happened in Gary, Oklahoma. Former Chief Alicia Ford wrote on social media it was a difficult decision, encouraged the town to become acquainted with the city council and to be involved as possible, especially attending the city council meetings. It might be hard since 2 city council members also resigned, leaving with just 1 member
Shut up.
of the city council. That's it. That's the only person left in the government.
Imagine being
How
that guy.
many? What's the population of that city?
Oh, I don't know what it
Okay.
is, but it's probably not real big.
Probably
One
not real
person.
big.
That one person woke up and went, "It's all on me, damn."
Yeah.
They can do whatever they want now.
A federal judge ruled yesterday that Iowa can challenge the validity of ballots from potential non-citizens. That's all you need to know. A hero. This is a good story right here. A senior shelter dog who's blind is being called a hero for saving his handler from a rattlesnake during a walk. They were on a walk near Utah's Best Friends Animal Sanctuary, and Dan Fishbein guided the dog around to help him avoid running into objects. All of a sudden, the dog pivoted and brought the attention to a rattlesnake on the trail that he had nearly stepped on. He was surprised at the dog's awareness despite it being blind.
Right.
Well, it probably smelled it. I
Yeah.
mean, snakes have a pretty pungent scent, but still good for him because he had eyes and wasn't seeing the snake. So I don't know what to say about that.
I thought
But
it was like the blind leading the blind.
right? Jonathan Pasquale, a 50-year-old nurse practitioner from Vallejo, California, recently achieved his dream of completing the Ironman World Championship despite a terminal cancer diagnosis. What's your excuse?
Right.
Yeah, after qualifying as a legacy athlete, he's completed 15 Ironman triathlons.
Wow.
He took part in October 26th event in Hawaii. It included a 2.5-mile swim, 112-mile bike ride, and a marathon run. In 2022, he was diagnosed with a rare cancer that spread to his lungs and bones. He's faced a lot of health challenges, shortness of breath, chronic pain. He said that made training difficult, but he did it.
Yeah.
I mean, man, that's not giving up right there.
No.
I salute that dude right there.
I mean, I get a cramp, certain
Right.
time of the month.
No,
and I'm
I'm-
like, yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm
so.
thinking I could have,
Right.
twisted my ankle and I'm out. This dude's
Yeah,
got
I cough and throw my back out, and I'm done
right.
for the day.
terminal cancer, and he's the Iron Man. Come on, man.
That's impressive.
Wow.
Hey, this is great. I think so many people that are bangers, hard rockers, metal people.
Okay.
They'll love that.
What you mean by bangers? Like, there's
You
a
went
few types of
somewhere else.
bangers,
Yeah.
bro.
For the third year in a row, the high seas are going to be rocking. Lamb of God has announced Headbangers Boat 2025. That's right.
No.
They're going to
On a
sell
boat?
Yes, baby, on a cruise ship on October 31st. That's Halloween 2025. It's going to go till November 4th. The cruise will go from Miami to Cozumel aboard the Norwegian Jewel. And you have to wonder how much space is on that boat after
Yeah.
you see the list of bands joining Lamb of God. They include Clutch, Kubla Khan, Obituary, Devil Driver, Fear Factory, The Black Dahlia Murder, Crowbar, 18 Visions, and Brat
Okay.
will be on board. I'm going to be honest with you. I know Lamb of God and Clutch. The rest of them I did not know, but they all have suitable metal names.
They do.
Yeah, you're just missing one like, Old Abortion or
Oh,
something like that,
Fetus, dying
Yeah.
fetus.
Yeah, there's always some crazy
There's
ones.
some insane names out there.
Yeah.
And their fonts are even more insane. I'm like, how am I supposed to know who's
don't even
playing?
know
It
what
just
it
looks like a
says.
bush.
Yeah,
like,
no, right?
Not one of those bushes, but
No, I know
like a
what you
thorn bush.
A little bit of sports here that you care about. Over the weekend, multiple top 25 NCAA football teams took big OLs, including, guess who took an L? Do you remember who took an L this weekend, Chad?
There's a couple of them.
Do you remember the one that people around here might care the most about?
Arkansas.
Oh, that's right. Arkansas got the hell beat out of them.
Yeah, like they got stomped.
How did they not fire Pittman mid-game?
Yeah.
I would have walked out and fired him in front of everyone mid-game. Get out.
Yeah.
Get out.
If anybody has some breakable Razorback stuff that they want to process their
break-
disappointment
the break room.
on, come on by. We do have a shelf
Yeah.
of Razorback stuff, just straight up.
Just so you can beat on it. You
Absolutely.
should have some other teams too. Do you have?
Oh, we do.
Oh,
we
good.
do.
Good.
Oh,
good.
yeah, we do. We
that's
don't
great.
discriminate.
Hope you have the Cowboys in there too. That's important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's another one.
They took an L too. That's shocking.
Yeah.
As shocking as the Razorbacks.
Yeah, pardon me while I yawn.
We're
with
going
my
to do it
yawn.
this year. We beat a non-conference team by $7 billion.
I
how'd
cannot
that
wait to
work
see
out?
the SEC roll call. Have y'all followed that comedian?
Which one?
I'll look him up. He does the SEC roll call every week.
Oh, yeah?
Have you seen this?
No, I have to see him,
All
though.
right,
That
I'll
sounds
look him-
funny.
I'll have to find his name.
Okay,
for
that's
you.
great. Please do. Yeah, it was sad to see the game. So what happens now? Is this a matter of, clearly the defense isn't working. That's not
Nothing's
Petrino's
working.
fault. Do they get rid of Pittman and move Petrino up?
I think that was the plan from the get-go.
Do you?
I really do.
See, I wondered to myself, and this may not be the case at all, but is Pittman doing to Petrino what Houston Nutt did to Gus Malzahn? They made me take you, but I'm still going to run stuff, and I'm still going to make some calls here. And now that may be I don't know that that's the case, but I'm saying I've seen Petrino's offenses.
Makes sense.
Something's going on for sure.
Yeah, and then defensively, you can't blame Petrino for that. So, look, I'm going to tell you, I think that Pittman is on very bad time. As far as other things, hey, Ohio State, the Buckeyes, baby, yeah, they beat number 3 Penn State 2013. Thank you. Unranked South Carolina beat the hell out of number 10 Texas A&M 44-20. Yeah.
I cannot wait to see the roll call when it gets done. That's gonna be freaking hilarious.
Texas Tech edged number 11 Iowa State 23-22. Louisville shut down number 11 Clemson 33-21. Houston beat 17 Kansas State 24-19. Number 20 SMU beat down number 18 Pittsburgh 48-25. Minnesota defeated number 24 Illinois 25-17. So how did that shift the top 5? Well, Oregon is unanimously number 1. They're legit, man.
Yeah.
That's a legit program right there.
Ducks.
Yeah, number 2 Georgia, and they're pretty good. I don't know how good. Number 3 the Buckeyes. They're good. They're
Good.
Yeah, they're good. They're solid. 4 Miami, and number 5 Texas. Now, the first CFP rankings are going to be released tomorrow evening. I'm sure that everybody will be paying attention to that and not anything else going on tomorrow.
that's the
Is
only
there
big
anything
thing
going on
happening
tomorrow?
Nothing.
Anything?
I don't think so.
No,
Regular Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, yeah.
Taco Tuesday.
Oh, yeah,
you
that's
go.
what it is. Taco
Taco
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yes, Taco Tuesday. Hey, if you're into strip joints, and who isn't?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Los Angeles, one of the top places to be. If you're part of the World Series championship Dodgers, it's a nice perk.
Ooh.
As a thank you for bringing the championship to LA, the owner of Four Play Gentlemen's Club and Plan B Strip Club has
Plan B
gifted
strip club.
each member of the team with black VIP cards to both clubs for life.
No.
That's free admission and free VIP booth seating. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
In addition, any athlete, staff member, or fan showing their Dodger pride and showing proof of being a staff member will get free admission and their first drink free and dinner on the house. Well, that must be nice. How about some free boobies, y'all?
How well is that strip club doing that they can offer that?
It must be pretty
that's-
decent, huh? But then again, if the athletes are in your club, so is everybody
man,
else.
yeah.
That's
Let's be
true.
honest.
Yeah.
That's true, and they
Yeah.
can make up for the money you're
Yeah.
losing.
Yeah, you know, I've been to one of our adult clubs. They call it what is it? The Purple Hippo now? Is that right?
Peppermint.
Peppermint Hippo.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
apologize. I'm not as. I remember when it was Visions.
I do too.
right.
But I've been there a few times. I've never.
Foxy's. It
I've
was
never.
Foxy's.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Foxy's at one time.
Oh, okay. I've never seen any
it?
celebrities in there or big athletes.
They've had some midgets in them before, like the famous
Back in the
midgets.
day-
No, I mean like.
Like actual celebrities.
No,
Or
I meant like,
little,
no, like
yeah.
yeah,
I
little
mean,
people, Chad. Little
the
people.
little guys.
I'm
Yeah.
sure
Girls.
maybe a couple of
Little ladies.
our athletes may have been in there at some point.
I mean,
Probably our
yeah,
boxers.
They probably go in Fayetteville. I'm sure
Yeah.
they have
Well,
strip clubs there, don't
Back
they?
in the day, I don't know. Back in the day, we did have some of the boxers that came through, but back in the day, prime time.
Oh my goodness, the prime
Paper
time.
Moon, yeah, at prime time.
Oh, Paper Moon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they would bring in features, and the features were usually porn stars,
Yes,
adult performers of
Yes.
sorts, and everything, and those were always
big nights.
a lot of fun.
I bet they were.
A lot
here's-
of fun.
Here's my one and only prime time story. Okay, I must have been maybe, I don't know, 21, 22. And I worked with a dude named Jim Busby. I don't even
Oh
know.
my God, Jim Busby?
You know Jim Busby?
Hell yeah, I know
No,
Buzz.
you don't know
Yes,
Jim
I
Busby.
do know Buzz because Buzz was a bartender.
Hold
Okay,
on.
go ahead.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Convertible Cadillac?
Yeah.
No
He
way.
was a bartender at 70s
Are
Club.
you kidding me?
He was a bartender at
Okay,
70s Club.
wow.
He was a bartender at Midtown. He's the reason.
Midtown.
Okay, well,
Okay.
Maggie's going, but he's the reason I
Okay.
was getting into Midtown well before my 21st birthday.
Well,
the man in
I
trouble.
can believe that. Well,
It's
Jim,
all right. Maggie's gone.
Jim was my coworker.
Oh,
All right.
I love Jim.
I worked for a telemarketing firm, and
He had a good voice.
he had a great voice, and you can imagine I did
Absolutely.
all right as well. Spent about a decade on the phone doing business, and
Oh.
so anyway, Jim said, "Hey man, you ever heard of this stuff called Jaeger?"
Ooh.
And I was like, "No, man, I don't know what that is." He goes, "Man, you got to try some, right?" So we go to this bar, and it's easy to shoot, right? Or it was for me anyway. I did like 4 or 5 of them, and you don't know when you're taking shots and you're sitting down how it is, you know,
Yeah.
till you get up. And I got up, and I was like, "Oh, damn, man, the world's spinning, man." And I told him, I said, "Man, I got to go home, bro. I said, please, man, I got to go home." And he goes, "Yeah, that's fine. One stop first." And I'm like, "Okay,"
That's
because I'm
Jim.
drunk, you know. And he
Yeah.
goes, "You know what you need? You need something to eat. You need to get that off your
That's
stomach."
Jim.
Yeah, he took me through Wendy's. That was bad idea 1.
Yeah.
Bad idea 2 was he pulls up to the prime time, and I said, "Jim, come on,
Yep.
man, I can't go in here." And he goes, "Man, just for a minute, just for a minute."
It was
Oh,
always
man.
just for a
Just
minute.
for a minute.
Until the sun came up.
Yeah, that dude kept pouring. There were 4 full beers in
Yeah.
front of me. He should have got a clue. I'm not drinking any of them.
No.
And finally, I went and threw up in the
Yeah.
bathroom. And this is how drunk I was, okay? And remember, I was young and much smaller, too. I was literally trying to clean my throw up off the floor because I felt guilty.
Oh my God.
In the strip club. Yeah.
There he is, old
Yeah.
Jim Busby right there.
God, that sure the hell is.
Yeah.
I'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
damned. Yep, that
Jim,
sure is.
That's
he got
wild.
me into Backstreet because it was Backstreet
I
back in the
bet.
day,
Yeah.
and disco, and I was 18 years old.
Jim,
And
Jim was always a
he made sure my life was phenomenal from
yeah.
18 to 21.
I'll say this: Jim was always a much bigger guy. Okay, he's not and I don't mean tall, though he wasn't short. But he was a real big guy. but he was one of the suavest talking big guys you've ever met. I saw that dude who probably doubled my weight.
Yep.
Do some things you could not believe could be done by someone of that weight. I was like, man, he was one smooth talking fool.
He sure was.
After Saturday's 124-107 loss to the Grizzlies, Philadelphia 76ers center Joel Embiid got into a confrontation with a columnist, resulted in some shoving. The reporter in question, Marcus Hayes, who mentioned Embiid's son and late brother, both named Arthur, while questioning Embiid's professionalism and effort to stay in shape. When reporters came into the locker room, Embiid confronted him, saying, "The next time you bring up my dead brother and my son again, you're going to see what I'm going to do to you, and you're going to have to live with the consequences. I'm going to have to live with them." Well, Hayes did offer an apology, which Embiid refused. Later, he said he didn't care what reporters say, to which Hayes retorted, "But you do." And that's when Embiid started, quote, raising his voice, and the shoving started. The PR chief for the 76ers got between them, tried to clear the reporters, clear the locker room. I think Embiid felt like he crossed the line, and he didn't care, you know. And it was inappropriate for him to do that, honestly. But you got to keep your cool, because these people try to pimp you. I mean,
exactly. The reporter was probably baiting them.
That's what they do, because all they need is what? One time. One time for you to do that.
You're canceled.
Yeah. Look, they got Kelsey over the weekend, didn't they? Jason
Yeah,
Kelsey.
Yeah, it was horrible too, man.
Well, it is horrible. Let me just tell you what happened. One of life's no-brainer rules would seem you don't taunt a 6'3", 277-pound Pro Bowler, an offensive lineman.
Into the wind.
An idiot didn't get that memo, because idiots are idiots. On Saturday, Kelsey was prepping to appear on College game day before that Buckeye-Penn State game. He was walking to the stadium, and an obnoxious fan asked Kelsey how it felt that your brother's a gay slur for dating Taylor Swift. Well, clearly, Kelsey heard the guy's remark, turned around, grabbed his phone, and slammed it, smashed it into pieces. And he said, "Who's the now?"
But they didn't show till later that guy shoved Kelsey to the ground too.
Did he really?
Yeah, he really pushed him to the ground, and then
After the phone?
before the phone.
Before the phone.
No, he didn't.
Yes. You can see all this stuff on the internet now.
Really?
Yeah.
Love the internet sometimes.
Yes.
It's undefeated.
Yes.
It really
Yes.
is.
It helped.
It's
I mean, like,
undefeated.
That was good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's true, though.
Yeah. But he did though. Like, he just came out and just shoved him from behind, and he hit one knee on the ground.
Look,
like,
man.
He's wondering he didn't like.
Well, I'll
Fly
fight
on
the
him.
guy for Kelsey. For
Yeah,
that.
he's
Right?
lucky he didn't get his ass
Man,
pummeled.
he told him. He
It's the
said, "Do
sweetest
that one more
thing.
time."
Yeah,
And he just kept walking.
but this is what they look for.
They
I mean,
look
did
for
that
this.
one bait,
Mhm.
you know? And Kelsey took it.
But I mean,
And
how many things has he walked away from and turned his
Sure.
back on?
oh, I'm
and
not
let roll off?
disagreeing.
At some point, it's just too.
Right.
Some days are the wrong
much.
days.
Yeah, some days are the wrong day.
It's the wrong day, and he was
Men
the
get their
wrong
period,
person.
Too.
They're myriad.
They're myriad.
Yeah, no, they do get their
They're
myriad.
menses.
Yeah. I saw that Kevin Durant went off too on
Man.
Stephen A. Smith. He's tired of it.
How
He's
hard is-
always going
how
off
hard
on
is that?
somebody, man.
Well, how
Yeah.
hard is it to go off on Stephen Smith, anyways? Though
Well,
he's always going off too.
He is. He said,
Done.
"Yeah, Stephen A., I don't understand how people even listen to him." He said, "I've been in the league for 18 years. I've never seen him at a practice, at a film session, a shoot around. I've never seen him anywhere but on TV talking shit about players. He's a clown to me. He's always been a clown. You can write that."
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess he was not happy with what
Publicist.
Stephen A. was saying about him.
Man.
Look, you know, I get both perspectives there. Again, he's taking the bait. But you know, how many times do you hear it? And look, Stephen A. is sensational. We all know that. I mean, look, he is the bait layer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he does, right? I mean, a lot of people have been mad at Stephen A. Smith over the time.
Well,
Even
Oh yeah.
A bunch.
yeah,
A lot of top ones too, like Alvin Iverson. They had that big
Yes.
thing.
who?
Alvin Iverson.
Oh, Allen
And
Iverson.
then,
Yeah.
like Jordan. Like he loves Jordan though.
Well, who doesn't love
Who
Jordan?
doesn't?
But he's been on.
You love Jordan, don't
Yeah,
you?
oh man, that's like I named my son. My son's name's Jordan.
Aww.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
One of my
That's a good
friends.
call.
is
I'm
named
sad I
Kareem.
didn't. Really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
Kareem.
Yeah, that's dope. All right.
Kareem was the man.
Yeah, he was. Let's get to some of your comments. Andy said, first again, you were in fact Andy today.
Hello.
Kristen said, good morning.
Good morning.
Latasha,
Morning.
good morning, Patrick and the people.
What's up, Sasha.
What up, little doggy? You said good morning. Ben Hubbard, good morning. Scott Hall and Big Daddy, what did they say, Diesel, used to go to Tramps when they were in town.
Yeah.
Tramps, where was that, in Jacksonville?
Mm.
No,
That one.
yeah, I don't know. Homeboy
like the
about to
name.
get paid. Domo said, homeboy about to get paid. Yeah, he probably is
Oh.
going to get paid.
Did anybody ever go to TJ's in Pine Bluff?
No,
Oof.
that was a strip club?
It was a very private membership club.
Yeah, very
Very private
Uh-oh.
membership club.
I've heard of
yeah.
some of those very private
Yeah, I
membership
was like,
clubs.
once I figured out how private it was, I was like, I gotta go back to Little Rock.
Yeah, no, it's too private.
Way too private over here.
Yeah, no, I've been to the VIP room, not there, but I've been there before, but I've never experienced anything that was, that level of stuff. You know
It's
what I mean?
prime time.
Yeah, there's a lot of money there to be made. I'm certain of that. All right, let's do something different, shall we?
Tonight on an all-new Becky's Got Crack. Yo, Becky's Got Crack.
Yo, Becky, let's hang out, girl.
Patrick and the people. All right, so it's very, very, very important with what is it happening to the election? Yeah, tomorrow,
Oh,
the
yeah,
election.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Keep forgetting.
yeah. So listen, what I did is me and my team reached out to the candidates and said, listen, I know that you probably wanted to end your run, but I've got an audience maybe you haven't gotten to yet, and I've got questions you haven't had yet. And somehow, some way, we got them to agree to be here and to participate in this debate. And so I want to share this with you, and I know you're going to love it. Eve, and in front of me somehow I've managed to get together Kamala Harris and Donald Trump for the final debate before the election. How are you doing this evening?
Wonderful.
All right, how about yourself, sir?
Well, I'm busy winning.
Well, I understand. Let's get right to the questions. It's the answers people want to know. These aren't softballs that we're throwing you. You know what? The United States is beginning to fall behind on education. A lot of this pertains to communication. What can we do to make sure old people know how to use emojis? Kamala, that question for you first.
I see. Yes. That's one of the things that's so important. These older people are having trouble, and this is something that Donald Trump has caused. And I know that I'm going to win on Tuesday night, and we're going to fix this. We're going to fix this, okay?
All right, Kamala. Mr. Trump?
Well, I have a beautiful, a lot of people that are older have a lot of respect for Trump. They happen to like Trump a lot. And when I get back into the White House, we're going to sign a new, beautiful, beautiful deal, new policy, great policy, that people over the age of 65 years old will not be allowed to have a computer whatsoever, nor a phone. And if they are caught with one, with my great law enforcement, they'll be shot.
Wow, that I guess would do it. All right, let's move on to the next question here. Many of our citizens are worried that Canadians are going to start invading via the northern border and try to make Americans overly nice like Canadians. How do we protect the all-American asshole from being diluted by crazy Canucks? Sir, we'll start with you, Mr. Trump.
Well, first of all, I had a great relationship with Justin Trudeau, who I don't call him that, that because he's two-faced. I call him Justin Trudeau, horrible person. And when I say blow, it's not because he blows a lot of hot air, because he hangs out at the gay bathhouse.
Oh, no.
But he's a horrible person, and he's nasty, ready? And he's vicious. He's a horrible, vicious person. And I will make sure that we put our beautiful, beautiful ice, and they're tough ice. You take these Marines, you take a cop, the ice is a lot tougher than that. And we're going to put them along the Canadian border. And if we have to, I will invade Canada. And if we have to, we will use a nuclear weapon. We'll do it. We'll do it fast.
All right. Ms. Vice President Harris, how do you respond to that?
Well, you see, Canada is a country, and it's a big country, and it's next to the United States, and separated by a border.
Right, right.
Okay. And Donald Trump is the reason we're having this problem. Um, when I am able to get in office and deal with the border, I have been to the border.
Excuse me, I gotta jump. Excuse me, I gotta jump.
Okay,
First
sir.
of all, they said she was a border czar. They said, oh, she's border czar, yet she never went to the border. And the only border she went to was a Mexican restaurant. Horrible. And now they're pouring in, and she'll never tell you this because they want to deny it. These are people coming in. They're not the good ones, Patrick. These are the bad ones. Gang leaders, gang members, Selena Gomez, the band Menudo, mariachi bands. These are horrible, horrible criminals, and they have to be thrown the hell out.
Kamala, I'll have to, Vice President Harris, I'll have to let you respond to that. Go ahead.
This is exactly why I need to be president. Donald Trump has created this problem, and it's unfortunately something that we have to deal with a solution.
Right. Okay.
By the way, Patrick,
Yes, sir.
we're going to get rid of the bad ones. When I get back into office, which is going to be like in 3 days, I hate to say it. When I get back in the office, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put me back in the White House, and we're going to have the greatest mass deportation program in the history of the world. But we can't throw all the Mexicans. We don't want to get rid of all the Mexicans. Who's going to mow the lawn? But we want to get rid of many of them, the bad ones, not the good ones.
Sir, I understand. Listen, according to reports, more citizens now take Ozempic than the vaccine. Some are worried that we're going to lose all our big bottom girls. What will you do as president to make sure we don't lose all those badonkadonks and dump trucks? Go ahead, Miss Harris.
I see, yes. Donald Trump is the reason why we're having this problem. And I love big yellow school buses. So
Is that what you call a posterior big yellow school bus, Vice President Harris? Is that right?
Right. Right.
Okay.
So we'll be busing in all the food that we need so that we can fix the problem that Donald Trump has created.
Okay, you'll bust it. That makes sense. Busing in food, sure. Mr. Trump, how would you?
Well, first of all, they're never going to get rid of Ozempic. They'll never want to get all the women thin. They'll never do that, because if they do that, there'll be no black people. No black men will ever date a woman that's too thin. You know that. They like the fat ones, and they like big ones that are very big. So, to be honest, I happen to do very well with the black audience. They happen to love me a lot, and they want me to take Ozempic off the shelf because they love their women beautiful and big, especially the white ones. And so we'll be putting up many, many fast food restaurants. We'll fatten these women up. We'll put them on low protein, high carbohydrate diets. They're going to be fat as hell.
Well, speaking of that, we've been hearing chatter on social media about who can down the most hot dogs. Trump supporters say Trump could easily put a baker's dozen in under a minute, but Kamala supporters say that she could easily
Excuse me.
Yes.
Obviously, Kamala wins. That's how she got to be vice president.
Oh my. Vice President, I don't even know what to say. I'll let you respond to that, ma'am.
I think my experience in history speaks for itself.
It might, yeah. Okay.
You know, I used to love hot dogs. I used to love hot dogs until one day I saw Pete Buttigieg eating one. And after that, I was so disgusted, I never did it again.
Just turns your stomach.
Terrible. Yeah, he does that for a living. You know that, right?
Oh, I didn't know, sir. I didn't know that.
He likes hot dogs. He likes a bear, beautiful and bare, in the back of the 7-Eleven.
I see, in the back.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I had to call. Let me ask you this, Mr. Trump. Who would win in a one-on-one match in Call of Duty on Nuketown, one-on-one snipers only?
Well, snipers only. Well, if I didn't have a great Secret Service, I'd probably get shot. I'd get shot again, right? But if it was one-on-one Call of Duty, I think I'd win very big because no one did a great job with the military like I did. When I took over the military, it was depleted. I built it up, beautiful missiles, shiny bombs. Our military was scarier than Rosie O'Donnell at a nude beach.
Okay, Vice President Harris, how would you fare? Do you think you could beat him in one-on-one snipers only?
Well, first of all, Donald Trump has created this problem, but we all know that I am very strong with the military. Everything that he talks about, I actually plan on implementing.
Yeah. She's good with the military, Patrick, because she slept with half of them. That's why.
Oh, and sir, I am. Oh, okay, let me go to
Okay.
let me go to a different question. I think Ms. Vice President, you'll do very well on this one. Neither of you have made any kind of statement on which is best for U.S. citizens, sativa or indica. Which one of the marijuanas do you support and why? Vice President?
Well, I was a prosecutor, and this is a very important topic for me. And as you know, I love to smoke. I mean, I love to prosecute people who smoke indica the most.
Okay. Former President Trump, could you tell us which one
Well,
of the
I think
marijuana?
actually, the drugs are pouring in. You see that, right? We want to get rid of all that stuff. That's terrible. It's garbage. It's terrible, and it's pouring in over our borders. It's coming. It's actually, they said it's worse than fentanyl, and it's coming in on Kamala and crooked Joe Biden's watch, and they're letting thousands and thousands. They said maybe 10 million. I think it's more like 30 million, maybe 100 million. They're pouring in, and ready. We used to have a great border patrol. They would stop the drugs, including the pot, right at the border. They would stop it. And now there's no border patrol. Now they walk in, they're hopping in. They caught 2 guys last week on a bicycle. 1 guy was on a pogo stick. They're hopping into the country, and they don't care. And it's all on her watch. They don't care about that. They want to destroy the country. They're corrupt, and they're grossly incompetent.
All right, Vice President Harris, again, let me throw you a question I feel like you might be more passionate about. There's been a major debate about electric versus gas vehicles. Why aren't we just moving to flying cars instead?
Right. Donald Trump has made this very difficult for us to, Donald Trump is the reason there aren't flying cars. If there was no Donald Trump, we would have flying cars.
Oh,
Right.
Right. Okay. Mr. Trump.
Excuse me. They don't ready? It's called the Green New Scam. That's what it is, Patrick. The Green New Scam. They want to take away your guns. They want to take away your God. They want to take away your cars. They want everything electric. And what happens when the grid goes down and the electricity runs out? You'll be stuck in a highway, right? You get an electric car. And Elon Musk is a great friend of mine, but we both agree. You get the car, you drive like 2 feet, you got to go get gas again. You got to get the electric. You got to charge it up. With a gas car, you fill it up, you go hours and hours. Now they want to charge it up with electricity. Every 20 feet, you got to pull over. It takes hours to charge it.
Hours.
It is a total disgrace. It is. And now they want to do it with military. Imagine that you're in a tank. You're attacking the enemy. You have to getting fired upon. They want to kill you. And you got to stop and charge your stupid tank. It's the Green New Scam, and it's horrible, and they're a disaster.
All right, sir. Well, how about this? And I know that you.
And by the way,
Yes.
I heard Kamala's a lesbian. I just heard that.
Sir, I don't know that that's true at all. And anyway, I think she's married.
I
sir.
heard it. I don't want to say it, but I heard it. They
see.
said she's an angry lesbian, and I tried to defend her. I said she's a nice person. They said she's an angry lesbian. She loves to lie. One day she's black, the next day she's Indian. I heard the other day she said she was Portuguese. She is a fraud, a total fraud, and grossly incompetent.
Sir, we have to move on to this next question. It's very important to the voters here where I'm at in Arkansas because, and sir, I know you some conspiracies you kind of lean into. We know the government is now using weather manipulation. In Arkansas, we have heat waves that we don't want. Will either of you commit to bringing better Florida-style weather to Arkansas with weather manipulation? Mr. Trump?
Well, we have great weather in Florida. I live in Mar-a-Lago, so we got great weather all year round.
Right.
And I like to play golf. So I like great weather. And I think the whole thing with the weather patterns has been created by the horrible Democrats. And I call them Democrats because when I win, they're going to shit their pants.
Oh.
But they created this. They said, a couple of years ago, there's a problem with the ozone. Oh, it's terrible. It's all a lie. One day, if it's too cold, they say it's weather. The next day, if it's too hot, it's weather. We can put me back in the White House. Ready?
Okay.
And I will bring the most perfect weather in the history of the world. We're going to have the greatest weather than any country, any planet. We're going to do it so beautifully. We might even, I might even set up a beautiful pioneer station on Jupiter for Americans to go on their tourism or travel.
Oh, wow. That's okay.
Yeah.
Vice President Harris,
Space
that's
Force. We have
pretty,
Space Force.
pretty compelling answer there, Vice President. How do you respond?
I'm from a middle-class family, and
yeah, she's from a no-class family, actually.
Oh, hold on, sir. Hold on. Go ahead.
I'm speaking.
No class.
I'm
No
speaking.
class.
Right.
The weather is really great where she lives. That's why she's so dark. Apparently, she's black now. Apparently, she's black.
Oh, no.
Must be really good weather. It's a fake tan.
I'm not sure whether
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I don't even.
Right.
Horrible.
Right. So I grew up in a neighborhood, and we're so proud of our grass. We love our yards.
Yeah.
It's so middle class. And Donald Trump wants to take that away from America, but Donald Trump is the problem. And
Patrick, ready? You ready?
Okay.
Once I become president, put me back in the White House, and we're going to fix it very simply with these Democratic cities, the Democratic state, the blue states. We call them the blues. I call them the black and blue states because they're getting their asses kicked. But when I'm back in the White House, I'm going to work it out so the weather in the blue states is terrible. It's going to be the worst weather ever. Hurricanes, tornadoes, sandstorms. I'm going to make it so the beautiful red states will have the greatest, most beautiful weather, and the blue states will live in hell,
Okay. All right. Final question. Last question of the season.
By the way, Patrick.
Yes, sir.
Patrick, wait, excuse me.
Yes,
She's a lesbian, right? She's a lesbian.
I did hear you say this. Yes,
She's a
sir.
lesbian.
Yeah, you said you heard that. Yeah, I know. I did get that. Yeah. Both of
Donald
you.
Trump is not from a middle class family.
No, I'm from a very high class family. We're a family of winners. We like to win. Sometimes I lay down because I'm tired of winning. I hate to say it. And by the way, Patrick, you ready?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You should see my turnouts. She said I have low turnouts and people leave early. Can you believe that? They say, by the way, they bust them in. She busts them in. They get 10 or 20 people that show up, and they have to have Beyonce sing one of her stupid songs. And they go, oh, my God, the fake news. Oh, my God, she's got 20 people. Oh, my God. Meanwhile, we're getting 60, 70, 80,000 people showing up. It's a love fest. In the fake news, they never talk about it. They'll never show it.
Miss Harris, is it true you have 25 people show up?
No one shows up. No one shows up.
Are you busing people in, Vice President?
They're busing them in. They're busing them in. And on short buses, by the way. They're coming in on short buses.
That seems impractical, but okay.
Yeah, well, the short buses, because they're not mentally all there. I hate to say it. They're getting the bad ones.
I see. Okay.
Short buses.
All right. Last question here. Both of you are ridiculously wealthy. Why not just take all your money and divide it up amongst the people and end all the problems?
I'm from a middle class family, and
originally, sure.
yeah.
First of all, I had a great life. You know that, Patrick. I
do know that,
I
sir.
was making so much money. I could have been on one of my islands, enjoying one of my beautiful drinks, enjoying my fruits of labor. Even the first lady said, she goes, darling, why would you want to put yourself through it? I said, we have to do it because we have to save the country. The country is going to hell. We're dying. We're a dying nation, Patrick. And they are becoming so, forget about communists. We're socialists, communists, globalists, fascists. They're killing the country, and it's horrible. And I got world leaders calling me, other people, these are people that don't even like me. They're going, what the hell happened to your country? It's terrible. It's so horrible what's happened. And it's all on their watch. They've done horribly. They should be ashamed of themselves.
All right. Vice President, I have to give you 30 seconds to respond to that.
By the way, guns are out. Low IQ.
Go ahead and respond,
IQ.
Vice President.
Kamala. I call her Kamala.
Just jump right in there. Just jump right in there, Vice President. I don't think we're going to be able to hit the mute button. Over
by the
there.
way, her husband's gay. You know that. Right?
Oh my goodness.
He's gay.
You know,
he's gay. I heard he's gay. She's gay. She's a lesbian. He's gay. The whole thing is a fraud. You know that. The whole thing is a fraud. He says I'm a real man. He's not a real man. He beats her. He slaps around women. You heard that, right? Slaps him around.
I did
He
see.
slaps the hell out of him. They say he's a man. He's not a man.
you hear why there's so much hate in America now, and this is why I have the experience to be president. This is exactly why Donald Trump is not
Patrick, she
middle
doesn't
class.
shut up. If ISIS came over and beheaded her, her mouth would still be running. She doesn't know how to shut up. She doesn't know when to shut up. What a horrible person. Vicious, nasty person.
She does say
it was a coup, you know. By the way, how about this? Remember they talked about the coup? They said, oh, it's a coup. They said it when they invaded Mar-a-Lago. You heard about that.
Mhm.
They invaded Mar-a-Lago. Meanwhile, it was a coup. They put out Biden, who got like 48 million votes. They put her in. She never got a vote in her life. Then, meanwhile, they invaded Mar-a-Lago. They said they wanted top secret. They went into Melania's closet. I said, they don't want top secret. They want Victoria's secret. Terrible. You should be ashamed.
Thank you,
No
sir.
one's betrayed the arbitrated. Nobody.
Thank both of you for coming. It's very clear we have such wonderful choices running for
And
office.
by the way, excuse me,
Yes.
they attacked they got very personal. It's got very personal. They called me Hitler. They said they
did
attacked
do that.
Melania. They attacked Melania. Can you believe this? She attacked Melania. Me and Patrick, you know this, right? Me and Melania have a beautiful, beautiful relationship. We get along very, very well.
That's what you said, sir. Yeah.
We get along very well because she doesn't speak English.
And there you have it. I relationship advice for everyone. All right. Thank you again for turning out, and thank you again, America, for tuning in. And well, there's your options. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. By the
Thank
way,
you.
she's a lesbian.
Well, I don't even know what to say there. There's your choices, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck to you on that. And that is the end of our coverage of the election right there. Let's move on, shall we?
Yes.
Let's talk about what's on your face.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, maybe it's something you could be uncomfortable knowing about. Dr. Scott Walter, he's a dermatologist from Denver, recently explained the surprising presence of what's called Demodex mites.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those are tiny 8-legged creatures that live and bang on your face.
Yeah. All
That's
the
right.
time.
They come out at night to eat your dead skin cells,
They do.
and then they mate
Yeah.
on your face. Yeah. He shared on TikTok, noted their ability to sense light as a cue to emerge. Almost everyone has these mites, particularly in areas with hair follicles like eyebrows and eyelashes and beards.
Ew.
Beards.
No shave November.
Beards just full of 8-legged mites that are
Jeez.
banging. Demodex mites are typically harmless, but in some cases they can trigger skin conditions like rosacea, acne, dermatitis, as well as issues around the eyes and eyelashes. Now, he demonstrated a simple test using a piece of clear tape to detect mites on his skin, spotting one with what he described as a full belly. These mites live for about 2 weeks while their bodies decompose in follicles after death. Most people are unaware that they're on their face doing this. This is maybe perhaps, yeah, there's a picture of it right there. Don't Google a Demodex mite. It might give you nightmares. They are having an orgy on your face while you're sleeping, especially in the places with hair. So you ever just be driving around or just sitting and all of a sudden you feel your eyebrow itch for no reason?
Oh,
You know
God.
why?
Yeah, it's because they're in a fur pile. You know what I'm saying? They're getting it in on your eyebrow. Yeah, that's a good reason to clean your face, isn't it? A little bit, maybe.
Yeah,
Think
scrub
about it.
I'm going to go wash my face when I get home with alcohol.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Or battery acid, something.
Coca-Cola.
Okay, so those are little bitty things. What about giant ones? How about giant spiders the size of a human hand?
Australia.
That's pretty big. That's a big spider right there, isn't it?
Well, what kind of human hand? I mean, I give people gloves all day
Like
long.
this bear
so-
paw you see in front of you,
You're-
like that human hand right there.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Nope.
A giant spider's the size of a human hand have had a record-breaking breeding year
Ugh.
in the UK.
Oh, the UK.
That's right.
Okay.
Come over there.
That's your one little break right
That's
there.
a
is the
real
UK.
tiny space for all these.
It is, and listen to this,
spiders.
people are pissed.
I bet they are. They
decade-
pissed anyways.
Well, a decade ago, Chester Zoo released thousands of what's called fin wrap spiders
Dicks.
after the species was found to be in terminal decline. So they, it was endangered.
Oh,
The
yeah.
spider was, so they had to help it.
Yeah.
The zoo has now revealed there are more than 10,000 breeding females across the country. That's right, just the breeding females, 10,000.
Ew.
Okay. They said 10 years ago, we helped release thousands of giant spiders back into the UK. The fin wrap spiders were bred right here at the zoo, and we're super happy to report there are more than 10,000 breeding females, and they just had their biggest mating season on record.
Ew.
Yeah.
Why?
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
The size of a human hand. Save another spider.
Seriously.
Right.
Get some more black widows or brown recluses.
What, do they do something important to their ecosystem?
Well, they all do, don't they?
Come on, no, like literally.
Birds.
Do they really?
I don't know.
Okay.
So let me tell you about them. Fin wrap, while they may look scary, it plays a vital role in the healthy aquatic ecosystem. Fin wrap spiders are semi-aquatic. Oh,
Even better.
not only are they the size of a hand, now they swim.
Yeah, they can swim to France.
That's
They
great.
can hop the pond and go
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah,
This is
and get
great.
your
There's gonna
plane
be
and come here.
They're gonna screw up some
Yeah.
something somewhere.
Apparently, they run across the top of the water.
Mm-mm,
Okay,
mm-mm.
so they walk on water, they swim, and they're as big as your hand.
Run.
What else?
Run.
Huh? Do they have
The
laser
apocalypse.
eyes?
Didn't 28 days like start in the UK?
Something like that. Yeah, it sure did.
Ugh.
Says they actively hunt their prey instead of building webs.
No shit.
Yeah, their legs are covered in hairs, of course, that detect vibrations. Their diets include other spiders, dragonfly larvae, pond skaters, catfish, and tadpoles.
Catfish.
They eat catfish.
They eat catfish.
They fish.
Okay.
Spiders that fish.
That's wild.
They probably got little poles, or maybe they tie a string, a little web to the end
Wonder
of
what
their
they
leg.
talk about.
Shoot it
Put a little
up.
bait out there.
Right? Do they have hats
Mosquitoes
and
on-
waiters?
Yeah, they probably do.
It'd be expensive, like 8 waiters.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like 4
Does
pairs.
Bass
of
Pro
waiters.
carry that?
I don't know.
The 8-leg waiter?
That's an interesting size that they would need, probably.
Yeah, probably would be. Man, that I'm going to tell you what. I'm pretty comfortable these days with spiders, but if I saw one that big, I'd probably leave.
Run. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm leaving. What about you?
I'm
You
running.
sticking or no? You're not staying.
Nope, nope,
Well,
nope.
congratulations, UK. You have successfully kept me from entering your country
Yes.
Yet again.
Yet again.
Yeah, no, I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
But I do want something to do with this. This is the segment, not like the other. People do stupid shit, you say, oh brother. Hey, it's not a copy or a clone of any previous bit. But if you think so, hey, we don't give a shit. Man. Yeah. Wackadoos in the news. That's just one of those songs on a Monday to get you going, man. And that's
Right,
why it's
really
nominated for
does.
3 Grammys, okay?
Make
Yeah.
sure you get your People's Choice voting in.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, I'm trying to pick that one up for sure. A Florida man arrested after hiding 2 radio-controlled explosives in the toilets of a casino. Brian Robert Eckley, he's 46, old enough to know better, of Tampa, was arrested on October 30th, charged with 2 counts of making and placing destructive devices with intent to harm. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement said Eckley did everything he could to hide from law enforcement, but thanks to exceptional work of the investigative and forensics team, he'll be held accountable. So it started in Tampa on the 30th after he hid these two devices in the restrooms. Employees found them before they could do damage. They didn't name the casino, but according to the arrest warrant, the devices did pose serious risk. Investigators learned a few days earlier a man was behaving suspiciously at the casino. He was seen driving a white Ford Explorer. OJ.
I was about to say.
After lengthy interviews, surveillance, and analytical work, investigators traced the vehicle back to him. Days before planning it, he was arrested by the sheriff's office on an unrelated count of aggravated assault with a firearm. This is a winner right here.
Shocker.
Yeah, he's in jail and probably will be. But now I will admit, I mean, if you're going to drop bombs, the bathroom is the place to do it. All right. A Disney employee who was fired from the company and still had access to its passwords hacked into the software. Is it hacking if you have access?
Exactly.
I mean, honestly, that's on you.
It might be unauthorized
Yes.
access, but
Right.
you didn't hack.
No, hacked into the software allegedly used by Walt Disney World's restaurants. According to this, he repeatedly accessed third-party menu creation system created for Disney, and he changed fonts to wingdings. That's, the one that's just all symbols that you accidentally push once in a while. Who uses that? Why would one use wingdings, by the way? I don't even know.
Have we ever used wingdings?
I've never used it in my
Like,
life.
ever.
I don't
And
even
that's
know.
been around as long as Comic Sans.
It really has.
Yeah.
And both of them are equally bad.
They really are.
The fonts were renamed by the threat actor to maintain the name of the original font, but, well, I don't know. It's font vandalism. They've called this font vandalism, people. That's a thing? Wow.
No.
All right.
Okay. Let's go on from that. A knife-wielding man who appeared to be attempting to rob a shop in Argentina got quite a shock after the employee he was allegedly threatening pulled out a bigger knife.
Yeah.
That's
You
not
call that a
That's
knife?
not a knife.
This is a
There
knife.
you go.
Yeah.
Security footage from inside El Estribo Flambraria in Cipolletti
That was beautiful.
Thank you, I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
was impressive.
Very nice.
showed a man wearing a backpack, a cap, and a scarf approach the counter. He then took out a knife and makes his way behind the counter before slowly backing away and putting the knife back into his waistband. He then exits when a shop employee appears on the screen wielding an even larger knife. Once the man left, the
Yes.
employee holding the larger knife smiled as she appeared to show her coworker why the would-be thief left in such a hurry. Yeah, don't bring a small knife to a knife fight.
It reminds me of one time at the Stop and Rob.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well,
Well,
yeah. Well, he wanted to ask me a question. I politely said no, and he, showed me his, and I showed him mine, and
he left?
he left.
No, that's the way it should be. That's exactly the way
Life
it
be
should be.
lifing.
No, hey. A Chesterfield man accused of stealing over 21 grand worth of tires from a shop in Baldwin.
So 3?
Yeah, 3 or 4, I think, maybe. Almost a full set. Yeah,
Almost.
almost. It occurred July 18th and 22nd at the tire shop. Police say the man, Abdullah Hassan, not age not provided, informed workers he had approval from the district manager to transfer tires worth 21 grand to another location. But you see, the general manager later said he never approved the transfer. According to police, Hassan was arrested after being recognized from a previous business and was later interviewed. They said that he admitted to taking the tires after paying around $3,000 for them, but had no receipt and already sold them. The prosecutor said, yeah, come on in here and have a seat. You're not going to be going anywhere for a while there, tire boy. I've seen some other stories like that where, people walk into places and say they're representatives. I saw one recently where a guy did it with beer. He said he was with the company and took a whole pallet of beer out.
I'm gonna need these.
There's a guy up north somewhere, and he has been arrested so many times for impersonating city workers.
Yeah.
Because apparently it's real easy, and he would go drive buses and operate trains and all sorts of stuff. And I mean, he just keeps getting arrested for this stuff. And how is he able to get in here and do these things. Because I mean, it's not like 6, 8 times; it's like dozens of times this man's
Dozens
been arrested.
of times. Let's do this. If you're looking for a vehicle, how about a late model, low mileage vehicle? Go to Fitz Auto. Listen, if you want a car, a truck, an SUV, a boat, a camper, a side by side, they have everything that you want and then some. But don't worry about bad credit. That's what they deal with. They're their own bank. Look, you can check them out online at fitzauto.com, or you can go in person, 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock. Find out why we've bought 7 vehicles from Fitz Auto. They're that good. Listen to this. Did you know that Arkansas child custody laws changed in 2021? There's now a rebuttable presumption that joint custody is in the best interest of your child. Look, if you're dealing with divorce, child custody, something like that, there's 3 things you need from your attorney. You need him to be experienced, you need him to be aggressive, and you need him to be effective. And that is exactly what you get at Robertson, Oswald, and Noni. These guys know what they're doing. Bonnie has been my personal attorney for many years, and she is amazing, as are the other 2. If you've got those kind of issues, don't take a second choice attorney. Go to the best and let them get it done for you. You can call them at 496-6633. That's 496-6633, or go to robertson-law-firm.com. I don't know if you saw over the weekend, Patrick's after school special. I did interview author and attorney Bonnie Robertson and her book, which you can get with the promo right now after the wedding, a divorce lawyer's top 25 tips to keep you married. This is a great gift for a new couple, young couple, perfect wedding gift if you don't know what to get. Check out the interview though, because look, I mean, let's face it. I mean, sometimes bad things happen in couples, right? And maybe you need to understand a few things. Look, she's got some real insights that can make a huge difference in divorce or custody or in staying together as a good couple. So watch that. It's a really compelling story. If Halloween pranks are your thing, you'll be impressed by this one. Someone managed to pull off an amazing one. Now, there's conflicting information as to whether this prank was based out of Illinois or Pakistan. But wherever it came from, thousands of people in Dublin, Ireland, fell for it hook, line, and sinker. The random AI slop site started a rumor there'd be a Halloween parade on Dublin's main street. The internet took over. It spread like wildfire. Thousands of people turned out for the parade that wasn't and never was going to be, leaving thousands of Halloween partiers trying to figure out what to do with the rest of the night.
That's pretty slick.
That's impressive marketing right there. Listen, that ought to be some kind of advertisement right there. Yeah, I need them to go to work for me. Come work for me, man.
Hey, quick PSA, the light at Arch Street and Baseline is not working. So
Really?
if y'all are out there and there's an accident 6:30 before the university exit with a North Little Rock school bus and a Toyota car. So
you're telling me it's lawless at Arch Street and Baseline?
isn't it always?
Well, 1992 says yes.
Yeah, I'm just warning all you folks. Nobody's going to stop at the flashing red
No.
light. Just pay attention, please.
Yeah. All right. What else do we have here? Okay. On Reddit, a guy's wondering if he overreacted over his neighbor's yoga class spilling into his property.
What kind of yoga class?
Well, it started a few months ago when his neighbor, conveniently named Karen, started her backyard yoga experience with a few friends. It grew and grew and became more popular until the man noticed the giant speakers were pumping out healing frequencies while the yoga class took over half of his yard.
Hell no.
He said he politely asked if she could keep things on her side.
Yeah.
To which she replied, "Oh, it's all just one big green space anyway."
No.
Then last weekend, incense was brought into the mix, which didn't exactly blend well with the burgers he was grilling. He again asked for her to contain her classes, and she said he was being too territorial about shared nature and he should appreciate the community vibe.
No.
Now he's wondering if he was justified in being pissed off and if she's taking her namaste a little too far. How would you handle it, Amanda?
I mean, I would get into some friggin' property laws and whatnot. I mean, she's probably in some sort of code violation because she's obviously running some sort of business. from her personal home that is
Yes.
now getting onto his
Yes.
property. And I would definitely grill a lot of red meat anytime
Oh,
they were there.
definitely gonna
'cause-
grill
and some
that.
fans, maybe some like thrash metal.
Yes,
I
thrash
mean, there's
metal and
metal
bacon.
yoga. Yeah, do
Bacon and
it.
thrash metal ought to do it.
Yeah, and
Roman
release some
candles and
goats.
some bottle rockets.
Whatever. Yeah, I
out
mean,
there, man.
yeah, no, she sounds like an entitled
Yeah.
little
Checks and
person.
Roman candles.
Some
That
bottle
Whatever.
rockets, man.
Yeah, some black cats.
Yeah, no snakes and sparklers.
All right. One dad ended up being the hero of the arcade after he found a way to beat one game and was able to hit the jackpot time and time again.
Yes.
Each time the jackpot was hit, an avalanche of prize tickets poured out of the machine. So many, in fact, he was able to score over 27,000 tickets in 72 hours.
Wow.
Billy Jones was not the only person able to load up his two kids with plushies, board games, Transformers, squishies, and light-up toys, but he was also able to pay it forward to a kid having his third birthday party and a few other kids who were standing around watching him do the impossible and
Absolutely.
have his way with the game. So he must have figured out how to work the game and just started milking it for everything.
Absolutely.
Man, that'd be cool because every time I've ever gone to any of those damn places, it doesn't matter. Dave and Buster's, Chuck E. Cheese, you pick your pleasure. I'm going to get a spider ring or a piece of candy or something stupid. I'm never going to get a cool toy.
Well, I mean, it's like 500 points just to get the spider ring. I mean,
Right. No, if you want the Transformer, it's like 2 million. And I have a life. I work. I got things I'm doing. I can't hang out at Chuck E. Cheese forever.
No.
But this guy figured it out.
I mean, 27,000 tickets. I'm surprised they were actually able to get.
No, I'm surprised they didn't take and tell him no.
Yeah, I mean, well, hey, you
They
get
probably
to a certain
will.
Point, you get to a certain point in these jobs these days, and they just don't care. They're like, screw it, take it. I don't care.
I bet the
Nobody's
owner was
paying
like,
me
you
enough."
just let him keep racking them up? You didn't unplug it?
You didn't do nothing.
A mother forced to wait 6 weeks for her boy to be released. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. Sorry.
Oh, la 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 la. Do one of your buttons.
Ignore that. Yeah, here. Let me.
Do one of your buttons.
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get rid of that. That was an unfortunate one. Hold on. I got some here, though, that I still got
Oh, no.
a couple. Yeah, no, I got some. Don't worry about it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, these guys are idiots, of course. This is a good one. Okay, so Elon Musk, a street race between a Tesla Cybertruck and a Lamborghini Aventador in Tyson,
Shut up.
Virginia, went viral after Elon Musk shared the video with his 202 million followers, amassing over 150 million views. Detectives later identified the drivers as Christian Camacho and Carlos Montero and reported they were seen stopping on Leesburg Pike to race, launching their cars at a flag or signal. Both drivers, charged with racing and stopping on the highway, released on an unsecured bond while detectives are still looking for the flagger. Really? You get the flagger? That's the one you want?
It's one of them's girlfriend, isn't it? Like,
It's
isn't that
got to be
usually
like
what it
Fast and the
is?
Furious. Yeah.
Well, aren't they fighting over somebody? Like, isn't that why they race? I don't know. Like, that was
That's normally it.
Greece and
Yeah, that's
all that
probably
back
what
in
it
the day,
is.
some
I'm sure.
chick.
Look, Elon Musk will pay any fine they had. It doesn't matter. By the way, it doesn't say who won. I wonder if
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. That
We
Tesla
know.
that Cybertruck
It's,
probably.
It's heavy though, man.
No.
It is, but it's electric.
Right?
It's gross.
Them electric trucks.
You
are
think it's
hard.
gross, the truck, the Cybertruck? You
Yes.
don't like it?
Wow,
No.
It's weird looking, isn't it?
It's weird looking and like there's a recall every other week on something.
But
or-
it's a Cybertruck.
I don't give a. You can't wash it,
But it's a Cybertruck.
Patrick.
Oh, Nick.
Okay, we better do something different here because somebody's getting mad. Do you live or work in Conway, and are you a vapor? Yeah, and listen, stop going to crappy gas stations to get your vapes. Go to Crazy J's. They've got 2 locations in Conway, every kind of flavor you can imagine. Not only that, but if you love the electric lettuce, and who doesn't, they've got all kinds of glassware, some of the coolest stuff that you've ever seen. So no matter whether you're trying to get your vape on or your bud on, Crazy J's is the way to go. Check them out. They've got 2 locations in Conway. Crazy J's for all your vape and smoke needs, baby. Have you been injured? You need an attorney with a passion for people and an obsession with justice. That attorney is Tim Reed in Little Rock. Look, they've won $1.3 million in wrongful death, almost $1 million in medical malpractice and in insurance dispute. These guys know what they're doing, but more importantly, he's not a figurehead of some kind. He's not just some person on a poster with a picture of a rig or a smile or his dog with him. This is a real guy you can text with, you can talk to, and who will take good care of you. He'll work with you personally to get what you deserve. Check out readfirm.com, readfirm.com, or give him a call, 777-7333. You know what? As a real estate agent, putting you with the right mortgage person is critical. One of my favorites to work with is Josh Taylor at AMC Mortgage, and I'll tell you why. A lot of guys out there are stiff. They treat you like a number. Josh treats you like a friend. He's going to work through with you on everything you need. Look, he just got a pair of my clients into a home with $500 total. Yeah, paid the closing and the down payment costs all covered in there. I'm not saying that's what you're going to get, but I'm saying that's how good he is. Check him out. Give him a call, 351-2579. It's Josh Taylor at AMC Mortgage. If you're looking for a local mortgage guy, that's one that I recommend. Okay, let's get back to it. So, Amanda, you brought in some amazing stuff from some of the local forums that have some comments and things that we want to hear about. So, what's been going on the local bitch pages over the weekend?
Well, what hasn't been going on? I mean, if there's something to complain about, it is on here. Everything from, people getting mad because the cashier at the gas station doesn't know your specific brand of skull. Like, I mean, my husband did Copenhagen, and I had to take in, his little disc and whatever to get the right kind of. And I understand y'all are very particular, but calm your tits. Like, this kid doesn't. They probably vape. They don't know about your whatever. But
Well, do they have to know? I mean,
well, you don't have to be a dick about it,
That's what I mean.
Like,
look,
at 6 o'clock in the morning.
You're the one jamming that stuff in your lip.
Exactly.
It's your responsibility to be able to describe which one you want to put in your mouth.
Yeah. Well, and like, complaints about fast food restaurants always get me because, like, you're expecting people to, like, give a shit about your order, and they don't get paid enough to give a shit about your order. But, if you're going to go through the drive-through at, I don't know, McDonald's, Wendy's, whatever, and you're not just going to go, let me get a number 2 or let me get a number 8 or whatever. If you want to get funky and special with it, check your stuff before you pull out. Just check your stuff. I mean, like what Lethal Weapon or whatever, they F you in the drive-through,
Yeah,
like,
of course. Yeah.
Stuff. Or, I don't know, one of my favorite ones, I think, was with the Goodwill. Goodwill for a hot minute, and I love Goodwill. Absolutely adore Goodwill.
Me too.
They've gotten away from doing, just bags, and so they want you to either bring your own or you can buy one of theirs. And it's it's $1.50, and it's a nice big size bag, but some of us, bring, our own bags or containers or whatever, because I'm just not messing with all that stuff. But people are losing their minds about it. That's a
because
great
there's
question.
No bag?
They feel entitled to, a free bag or something, a free Goodwill bag or something. I don't know.
How much stuff are you buying? I mean, do you, use the cart, push it to your car on your cart?
Exactly, unless it's pouring down.
I mean, you're at Goodwill, man. I mean, it's not like.
But if you are going to rant on the pages, though, make sure you're following the rules, because you cannot disable comments if you're going to go on there and rant about something.
No.
You have to let other people comment on your stuff.
Well, what are some of those pages, like Benton Rants and Raves?
Benton, Arkansas Rants, Raves, and the Downright Crazy is probably my favorite, because there really is a lot of really good information on there, because they do a lot of raves. There's a lot of support, especially for the new businesses like La Bamba. People will let you know, how things are going with spots. The North Little Rock Good, Bad, and Ugly is definitely just someplace to go for your trash fix.
Oh yeah, I'm certain of that.
Yeah, it's North Little Rock, period.
Now, Dogtown is Dogtown, baby. Yeah.
I love Dogtown, but like, there's nothing good going on over there. Nobody's happy about anything.
No.
Everybody's screwed up about something.
I will say this: the one thing that North Little Rock does have right, if there's one thing I'll say they got right, it's their trash service, because they will take anything. Now, it depends on the day of the week. They really will. You can put out furniture. You can put out trash. You can put out building supplies, leaves, all of that, and they will come get it. You cannot do that to my knowledge, in Saline County. If I
Or
put a
Pulaski.
couple dressers out there, they ain't picking it up. They're gonna be like, nope, that's somebody else's
Unless
job.
that thing picks it up and puts it in there, it's not going in there.
Yeah, no, and they're not doing that. They're not doing that at
Saline
all.
County's very particular about what they.
Ironically, they
Do-
certainly are, aren't
do
they?
and
You
deal
know,
with.
it is funny that
Hey, did you see about the guy that was stuck underground for 3 days in Little Rock on South University?
they what?
Yeah.
What?
yeah.
What?
So-
Tell me about this, please.
Well, one of our individuals experiencing homelessness, right, and one of our
Okay.
unhoused had gotten into a manhole, gone underground, I guess, for shelter, and couldn't get back out. And somehow, and this is the South University. This is by the McDonald's right there, University in Markham. Nobody heard him. Nobody did anything,
Well,
and
it's
he was
just
at
loud
3
there.
days. That's not all the time, right? I mean,
Well, I guess
surely one of his buddies. I mean, come on, there's folks there all the
you
time.
said at University in
South
Markham, right?
University, the McDonald's at South University.
Okay,
So
I
I'm
know you're
assuming-
talking about
yeah.
by Park Plaza.
I'm assuming that's it's very
Oh, wait,
little.
she said
It was-
South
It
University.
was right there by the interstate.
It
Like I
says,
seen them.
yeah,
get him out.
4100 block of South University. And here's another thing: North
Okay.
Little Rock came to help the Little Rock Fire Department get this person out.
What did
what's-
they have, a longer rope?
What's up, North Little Rock? Like, why'd we have to call North Little Rock?
I don't know.
first?
Maybe they had a special person puller. I'm not
That's
sure.
insane.
So he got stuck under there. He just was.
yeah.
I mean, what was he doing? Just sitting there?
I guess. I mean, I'm
How
trying
did
to.
he?
How did he?
He couldn't go back out the way he came. I
I
guess
guess not. I'm.
maybe the water rose somewhere and
Got him trapped.
he wasn't a great swimmer.
Are there any like cave spelunkers out there that are familiar with this area?
Spelunking. Yeah, no. we're
I
not.
don't know. I mean, the urban explorers, right? Is that
There
what we're
are urban
called?
explorers, aren't
Yeah,
there?
my,
that is
my
something that
kid's one of
happens.
those, but we usually call it trespassing.
Right.
Yeah, no, you're right. Kristen said, I'm good without the spiders.
Yes.
David said, hey, she really nailed the laugh. He was talking about our
She really did.
Kamala impersonator.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Brian said, we needed rain, but we
did.
need it in increments, not all at once. I'm going to tell you what, man, yesterday, that rain was crazy because
Sideways.
I was in Cabot for a few hours yesterday looking at homes with a client. And on the way back, the rain started in. And when I tell you that for me to slow down in the rain,
Yeah.
it's a lot of rain. And it was crazy out there.
It was 50 on the freeway. Easy.
Yeah, and doesn't it? Are you like me? Look, if it's pouring down and you're having trouble seeing, you're going to slow down. I think
Right,
most people do,
yes.
right?
I would hope so.
When
Most.
but you know that one guy, redneck guy, and you know who I'm talking about, in a
Uh-huh.
giant pickup,
Uh-huh.
had to come up behind me. Look, there's already a concrete retaining wall here. There's a car on the other side of me, and you're parked on my bumper like a dick cheese. And so I'm like, man, come on, bro. I'm trying to just survive.
I dealt
Gotta
with that
live.
guy. I dealt with that guy. I think Friday night, maybe it may have been Saturday night. Coming down 6:30. I'm coming home from the shop, right? And
Yeah.
it is bright lights behind me. Like already, this dude's got his brights on, and they're the LED bright.
Oh
like,
yeah.
But
Horrible.
I mean, I had to have my hand out blocking the side view. But
Yeah.
by the time he pulls up, he's got lights on his wheels too. So this
Lights on his wheels.
butthole is cruising 630 like as a freaking UFO, just like
Looks like one of those
it is
Japanese
so
trucks.
bright. It was so
Floating.
bright, and then he got on somebody's butt, and I was like, bro, please, somebody.
Hey, that's the
like,
time you wish your car was equipped like that
Yes.
video game Spy Hunter, where you
Oh,
could just
man, back in
launch
the
the
day.
missile.
man,
oil
yes.
Yeah, because I would just have,
Smoke. Yeah.
oh yeah,
on the
oil
smoke.
slick, smoke, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd love to launch a missile and just smoke some of those fools like that.
I just want to pit somebody once.
Yeah,
I
yeah. I
just
mean, why,
want
why,
my
one.
car.
why, big
No.
light truck guy? Why do you got to run up on people? Why do you got to do that?
Why?
There's
Why do you
other
do
lanes.
that?
Go around. Well, I
Right.
want to go the fastest. Well, great. Okay, but don't be a dick
There
about
were
it.
2 lanes to his left that he could have gone through.
No, but he didn't want
But
to
he
do
didn't
that
want to.
because
Heaven forbid.
Yeah, no doubt.
Ooh,
Yeah, no, I don't like people like that. You make me mad. You
bless
make me
him.
real mad. All right, let's do something different.
Morning motivations. Your office cubicle cannot hold you back.
There were a lot of
Unless, of course, you want to keep your job. Then you better stay in there. But if you want to go on welfare or something, go for it, dude. You won't need much food. You're a butterfly. This is a morning motivation.
All right. A couple of stories here that are interesting. Let's start with this and see what you think. I'm not even sure if I believe this or I don't believe this, but Gen Z, according to this report, is missing the equivalent of one workday every week due to mental health, according to a new study.
Can you send me that?
I will. The life insurance company Vitality found that this is in the UK. Gen Z employees in the UK reportedly lose an average of 54 days a year. The cause, mental health struggles. Across the board, non-productive or missed days of work have cost the UK economy, they say, over $178 billion.
I saw a graph the other day that the UK is not the bottom, but like next to the bottom of those struggling to recover post-pandemic, like economically. So that may
And they
play
had
a
a
role.
lot of, they were pretty heavy-handed there during the pandemic. I mean, they were pretty harsh. They put people in jail. I mean, they did a lot of stuff there. According to this, the analysis of 4,000 people, young workers are 224% more likely to be depressed compared to their older colleagues and employees who earn less than $38,000 a year. They're more likely to feel neglected by employers, but only a quarter say they take advantage of company wellness resources. Well, if health at work is properly managed, it says business and the wider economy stand to gain significantly. I don't think you could, that when I saw this, that's why I was puzzled, because I was like, I don't think you could make it here missing a day a week.
You couldn't.
No, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't have mental health days. I'll say this: when I was growing up, you had 2 weeks. That was vacation,
And that was it.
mental health, sickness, marriage, anything in the
Wrapped in
world.
one.
It was 2 weeks you had. Anything after that is PT or unpaid time off.
Yeah.
And now everybody wants to have mental health days. And I'm like,
Absolutely.
yeah, no, I get it. Look, I'd love to go to a 4-day work week for most everybody.
I would too. I think it would be beneficial for all of us. When we had CPP, we had Mental Health Monday because we had mostly women and mothers working. And, as a parent, we never had weekends. All of us had to do stuff with our kids and stuff. So we always took Monday off.
Well, yeah.
But I'm a small business.
I think that 4 days a week has been proven over and over again in most cases to be really productive for people. They seem to feel better, more refreshed. I mean, look, I'd rather work 4 10-hour days than 5 8.
I agree.
Right.
You too?
Yeah.
I think that's something that really, we should be pushing more towards, is that kind of schedule.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. Now, speaking of struggles and whatnot in work, I think this story is going to be a little bit controversial, but it is interesting. Protesters swarmed to Hooters in upstate New York. Now, why? Because a trans woman sued the restaurant for sex-based discrimination. Why? Well, according to News 10 on Thursday, Brandy Livingston was a regular patron at Hooters, based in Colony, New York, before transitioning into a woman. However, issues later arose at the restaurant. They would use male pronouns. They would refer to me as he. She also accused Hooters management and employees of harassment when she tried to use their restrooms. I heard one of the servers, after I left the restroom, talking to the manager and said, "Why are you allowing him in the women's restroom?" And the manager said, "Well, I don't like it any more than you do, but it's what we need to do." Furthermore, Hooters rejected her job application 3 times. Apparently, she sought work as a server in spite of that. Well, I guess my question
That was going to be my question: is what were they applying for?
well, if you're applying to be a server at Hooters,
Yeah.
You need certain.
you need to make sure you have Hooters. Number one. That's now, I don't know. I can't. Yeah, I
Were
can't.
they pre-op?
I can't speak if Brandy had Hooters
Yeah.
or doesn't have Hooters. Now, if she's got a nice set of loblollies, then yeah, let her work at Hooters. Unless she has a nice set of loblollies and a mustache.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, facial hair is not really recognized or recommended at Hooters as a server.
No.
They like to keep clean cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, her
So you just-
bare,
Yeah, just shave that down a little bit.
smooth.
Yeah, you don't want to have, big sweater puppies and a beard.
5 o'clock shave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not at Hooters, not at
No.
Hooters. I mean, look, if you have an extra whisker that gets out of your nose or maybe, on your cheek on a mole, that's fine. But
They would take that off. Like, I feel like Hooters has a
yeah. So
template.
yes, they do. And look, it's a template that works for them.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think that now? What about the using the correct pronouns? If this person was there and they knew this person, let's say before is Bob,
Mm-hmm.
and Bob becomes Brandy,
Mm-hmm.
should they just automatically say ma'am? Or I mean, what are your thoughts
I
there?
think it takes time. I mean, one, if they've known the individual as one identification for a long time, I don't know how long or whatever, it's going to take time to adjust. And I mean, it's, give a little grace and then, a little, on Brandy's end and a little bit more effort on the other end,
Yeah,
and I mean,
yeah, or just say Brandy.
yeah, there you
I mean,
go.
it's real simple.
Yeah.
Brandy.
Just eliminate the pronoun.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it that
No,
simple?
yeah, it's real simple.
I mean, that's how I see it. Is look, if I can't, if I don't know which pronoun to use, I'm just going to say your name.
Right.
Matter of
Why
fact,
did
I'm probably just going to
Brandy-
say your name. Period.
Yeah, why did Brandy want to work there?
Well, that's a great question. You know what Brandy's situation was, or clearly they weren't observing the pronouns in the way that Brandy liked,
Yeah.
but she still wanted to be a Hooters girl
Yeah, applied 3 times. Like,
three
what's-
times. Yeah, I
what's
think
the point.
me thinks this may be really what it's about is that Brittany or what Brandy.
Brandy.
I'm sorry, Brandy. Brandy probably is disgruntled because she was not hired by Hooters.
Yeah.
But sometimes
There's reason.
There's well, and if they don't want you, why do you want to be there?
look, you got to understand who's coming in, the patrons. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't make them go, yeah, I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not everybody's down with what you're doing, or who you are.
and maybe over time it'll get
I don't
better
know how
and
to-
better and better.
don't
No,
know
it's
the
hard.
words to
It's hard to
use.
phrase it
Yeah.
because I mean
don't
we're
wanna
all
be
in this weird
disrespectful.
middle ground with
Right.
it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Trying to be respectful
Yeah.
and
I mean,
cool.
go Brandy, but I also question your motivation, and that's just. I mean, I'm not being a dick.
Are you just
'cause
trying to get a
I'm full
lawsuit and
support.
some
Yeah.
attention?
Yeah.
Because
I'm
that's
full
what it seems
support.
like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Because honestly, if that's who I am, the last thing I want to do is put myself in a situation where a lot of people probably are going to give me hell,
Right.
not
Yeah.
observe my pronouns, not respect me,
Yeah.
not treat me the way I
Yeah.
deserve to be treated.
why would you?
And
wanna
that's
do
what's going to
that?
happen if
Sitting
you
there
go in
for
Hooters as a trans person who looks very, masculine in ways. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And so why would you put yourself through that? There's so many other places to go work where you don't have to
Absolutely.
deal with that. It's just like showing up at a strip club. I mean, look, when you get down to the bra and panties, if the panties have a Johnson in there, yeah, people aren't going to throw ones for
Well,
you.
it depends
No,
on
well, it
the
depends on
club.
where the club is. Yeah, and maybe who's there,
New
but
Orleans.
you know what I mean. New
Right.
Orleans. I'll tell you what, in
Big
New Orleans,
Daddies.
oh,
Big Daddies in New Orleans.
I went to
It's
New
a lot of
Orleans.
fun.
Laura and I, and before a cruise, we went up and down Bourbon Street
Yeah, you
because
did.
we'd never been. And if you don't know, Bourbon Street's interesting for many different reasons, but one of which is you can buy a drink somewhere and you can just go in and out of places with that drink. You don't have to finish that drink there. You can just carry it into whatever bar you're going into. So that made it easy for us just to go in. And most of the bars are free to go in.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. So there was a strip club and there was a person outside, hawking it. And Laura and I said, well, we're on Bourbon Street. Let's go in and see. We go in and sit down, and man, the oldest stripper I've ever seen in my life came to the bar. And when I tell you this lady was, she could have drawn Social Security that day.
Yes.
But there's no doubt in my mind she was someone's grandma. She had peppermints in her
Great grandma.
purse. I mean, she was literally
Yeah.
shaking that wrinkled ass like
Oh.
there was no tomorrow, man. And I'm like, listen,
Love it.
I got to go. This is not the place for me.
I had never seen like a real, male stripper until I was in New Orleans.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, Chippendales is Chippendales. That's performative.
Right.
It's whatever. But like real male strippers
Yeah.
that are in their little G-string, whatever,
Yeah.
and like Nike, tennis shoes. It
Yeah.
was so wild.
I mean, was it cool? Was it
It
fun?
was cool, but like I worked at a co-ed strip club. Like the ladies were
wow.
on one side, the dudes were on another.
Really?
It was really cool. Like, and I was like, I'm gonna do this when I grow up. Like, I wanted a club.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was gonna have men on one side, women on another, and that like upstairs and then
That's real
downstairs have a
interesting.
club where
Where everybody
everybody
can come down and fraternize.
Right.
That's kind of a cool idea. Like you call it
Yeah,
the
that's
triple.
mine. Don't nobody take it.
Just call it the triple.
Well, yeah.
You think
I
about
was
it.
gonna call it Kenzie's Castle.
Well, that's not as good as the triple. I'll be
No,
honest. With you.
I'm
Just
with
from
you.
a marketing perspective, I like that better. But hey, what do
We'll
I
talk.
know? All right. Let's talk about this because I think this is super interesting, and we're out to this person, and well, I'd say there's a pretty good chance that we'll do an interview with him in November.
Oh my God!
I'm talking about
seriously?
Joe Exotic, baby. Yeah, that's right. That's
I'm
right.
here.
We've been speaking to the powers that be where he's at, and we believe that we're about to line this up. But Tiger King star Joe Exotic did announce he's engaged. Yes, to a fellow
Again.
prison inmate. That's
Well,
right.
duh.
I don't know how many he's had. Maybe it'll tell us here, but a lot. The 63-year-old Netflix personality incarcerated at the Federal Med Center in Fort Worth, Texas, shared the news of his engagement in a post on X, formerly Twitter, on Monday, because, federal inmates now have social media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meet Jorge Marquez. He's 33.
Yeah, he is.
Says he's so amazing and is from Mexico. Now the quest of getting married in prison and getting him asylum, or we'll be leaving America when we both get out. Either way, I wish I would have met him long ago. Exotic's real name is Joe Maldonado Passage. Wrote alongside the photo of himself with his fiance, and there they are right there. His fiance has a nice high and tight haircut. During a phone call Wednesday from prison with Fox News Digital, Exotic shared details about his romance with Marquez, their plans for a prison wedding, and his hopes for the future together. He recalled that he and Marquez met 5 months ago, so they're kind of a speedy relationship here.
Whirlwind romance. Well, you have to in prison. You might get shanked anytime.
Well, apparently, Marquez entered the U.S. illegally and was transferred from the ICE facility in Texas. And while speaking, Exotic detailed the steps he and Marquez have to take to get married in prison. He said, we filled out our application yesterday and turned it in. That's great.
I think that's awesome.
And part of the app process, we had to write letters to the prison and explain why we wanted to get married. And then we filled out the marriage license and application. And all I can do is pray to God and the chaplain and the warden and the captain approve it.
Do they get to live together? Do they get their own cell, or?
Oh, I don't
are they
know.
in
I don't
two
think
different
so. I
beds?
know. Well, it does say, hold on. Apparently, he says we cook breakfast and lunch and dinner together.
Is
So he must be his, he must
Yeah.
be, he says it's not like a prison, because the prison we're in is not like a prison. Oh,
What?
well, let's hear more about this now.
Yeah, let me hear about this prison
Yeah.
that ain't a prison.
Yeah, because I need to know more. Maybe,
Can I request it if I were to ever need
You-
to go?
It's like life. Remember, like in life.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
right.
got you.
He said the prison we're in, this is not like a prison, okay? It's more like a college campus.
Yeah.
There's no bars. There's no doors.
Gun line.
How you saying?
I-
There's no
Gun
bars
line,
and
man.
doors.
The gun line.
Oh, I forgot about the gun line.
no bars and no doors.
Is
forget
Nick
about
Cannon's
How
in
is
that,
a
right?
prison? What is this? A big party? You have to live in dorms.
Dorm.
Right now, he lives in a different dorm than I do, and we spend some mornings, some nights together during the day. I don't think prison's going to have any problem. We haven't caused any problems. I don't see any reason they would. Now, Exotic, of course, was convicted in 2019 on charges that included trying to hire two different men to kill Carol Baskin, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Both were featured in the Netflix series Tiger King Murder, Mayhem, and Mystery, or Madness. which pretty much dominated the early pandemic.
Man.
Like everyone on the planet at the
Watching
same
that.
time was watching Tiger King.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it
yes.
captivated because you needed something.
Right?
You needed something. And along came the gay cowboy zookeeper
There you
who
go.
was out of his mind.
Yes.
And you were like, yep, this will do it.
Oh, it was so good.
The former
I might have to go
zookeeper.
back and watch that.
It's crazy. Have you watched the chimp thing yet?
No.
Oh my God. I need to see what it's called, but
Okay.
it's a new one. It's like Tiger King. I think it's called Chimp Lady.
I've heard about it, but I have
Man,
not sat down
She
to
makes
watch
Joe
it yet.
Exotic look like the most sane person you've ever seen in your life.
Okay.
She is bat shit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, I'm
that
here
kind
for
of
it.
crazy, man.
And she doesn't even like chimps, right? Is
Oh no,
doesn't even
she
like
loves
them?
them.
Okay.
She loves them. Allegedly,
Oh.
she loves them.
Does she
But
love
I'm telling you, this lady's so
them?
dumb. If you move her plate 5 inches, she'd starve to death. Okay, that's how dumb she is.
I mean, does she like love them?
Well,
love
it ain't
them?
far. At one point, and this is not a spoiler, but at one point, she's doing an interview, and she says, "No, I love this." And the name of the monkey, I love this monkey more than I love my kids.
Yeah, I heard that.
And then her kid is the next scene going, "Yeah, no, I've heard that before." And you're just
Horrible,
like,
man.
"Damn, what a piece of really."
Wow.
I mean, wow, man, you know. But this the chimpanzee that they surrounded everything based on was a Hollywood chimpanzee and did a lot of movies. And so, what's the host of Traders? Alan Cummings. He's in it, and he was in a movie with this chimp. So he's kind of like the celebrity figurehead who's teamed with PETA to get this lady. And this lady is so dumb. And look, at first, they do a real good job. The same people that made Tiger King made this. They do a good job. At first, you're kind of almost sympathetic. But the more you watch and the longer it goes, you start to realize, bitch, I don't think Gatorade and Ho-Hos are what chimpanzees should eat.
Oh, girls.
You know, I mean, I know they like it, but I'm not sure that's. But anyway, in the interview with, he said they're scheduled to be released in May of 2025, by the way. So just around the
Where?
corner. Oh, man, that's an early summer release for Joe Exotic. You know, not bad for trying twice to hire someone to kill someone. I mean,
There
that's
you
not
go,
too long of a
Joe.
run, is it?
Allegedly.
Was it
Allegedly.
What?
Allegedly.
Who is his lawyer? I feel like I heard at some point, like,
I don't know. But apparently a
Was
pretty
it
decent
on-
lawyer, I guess. What?
I swear I heard something about Kim Kardashian.
No, Kim
I-
Kardashian was not his attorney,
no,
but
no, not his attorney, but
Oh.
like trying to.
get him out.
I feel like I heard that.
I don't know.
I could
Maybe
be wrong.
I don't know if she ever advocated for Joe Exotic or not. I don't know what she does these days. I don't really keep up with
Nobody
her.
does.
Yeah, I don't keep up with any of the Kardashians. Oh,
Oh, I
forgive
don't
the
either.
pun. I do not. I don't care at all.
Mm-mm.
So if they never showed up on TV or anywhere again, I'd be okay with that.
I've literally never watched an episode of any of their stuff. Period. End of story.
I'd like to tell you that I haven't.
Me too.
I would love to tell you I've not seen any of that.
But you're
That
not
would
a
be
liar.
a lie. I know it'd be a cold lie. Yeah, I early on in my
Oh.
relationship with Laura, I was
Yes.
willing to concede that. I'm no longer willing to concede that, but
Okay.
I did for probably 3 years, and I cannot get those
I
hours
couldn't
back.
keep up.
So Joe.
That was a good one.
I mean, we've heard that about them. Joe reached out to Kim and begged.
Did he?
and pleaded
Okay, so
with
he
her,
asked for
and,
Kim.
and she ignored him. So
Well, yeah, because he's Joe Exotic.
He's
I
Joe
mean,
Exotic.
yeah.
I do like that he's able to get his bleach in the penitentiary because I mean the blonde really.
Oh, yeah.
does
No, it
suit
really
him.
changes everything
It
for him.
does. Him as a brunette doesn't work.
No, he ran for office and didn't. Yeah, he didn't win, but he was in law enforcement at one point, which is hilarious.
No.
Scary.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Michael said, "What lane were you in? What difference does it make, Mike? It wasn't you. You know that, you prick." Morning, guys. Killer debate. Thanks, Doug. I knew that the people would appreciate that. I mean, this close to whatever happens tomorrow, Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
You wanted to hear from people. Have the weekends and Wednesdays off. Brandon Goodwin said, "That's awesome. You have the weekends and Wednesday off. That's a nice schedule right there. So you get your Monday, Tuesday, you get a break there.
Right.
You get yourself a Thursday, Friday, and you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
smart.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, I would enjoy Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I do like the break up there in the middle because it's always good. If you only have the weekends off, paying bills is a little bit of a hassle,
Right.
but
Yeah.
then again, who goes anywhere to pay bills besides online now? I'm an idiot. Okay, Chimp Crazy. That's what Doug said it's called. Yes, Chimp Crazy. That's right.
That's it.
We need, okay, let's see, is there anything else? No, okay, be sure and reach out to us. You can text us. You can reach out to us on social media, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, all the different sources that we're on out there. And you can email us, Patrick at patrickandthepeople.com. And remember, if you've got a business, you're thinking about advertising, you should do that because it's ridiculously inexpensive. And we're really already making an impact for a lot of business owners. Matter of fact, I think Bundy has gotten a couple jobs since it started.
I've had people come in the shop and be like, "I seen you on the podcast."
Yeah. You did tell me that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said one lady came in and said, I'd never been here
Yeah,
before.
She was like, "I've never been in your shop or anything." It was awesome.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
After the first podcast.
That is great. That is
really
great.
cool. I've had some random people go, "Hey, I love the podcast," and I'm like, "Oh,
I didn't even know you watched. Yeah. No, that's great. Well, let me tell you, this is one of our sponsors that's new and you should check out. What you don't want, and you're in that sweet spot where maybe you feel safe, but you're not. And I'm talking about the weather sweet spot.
Yeah.
Because when it's real hot or real cold here, you don't want to be without heat and air.
No.
Okay. And if you've ever had it go out in the middle of summer or the middle of winter, you know exactly the panic when your wife calls, says, "Honey, the air went out."
Yeah.
What? My fat ass can't survive the night like that. I'll fry in my own fat. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to do that. What you do need, though, is somebody you can trust because some of these air conditioning companies out there really jack the prices up. And you know the ones I'm talking about because they have a lot of commercials. And who's paying for them? That'd be you. All right. So I want you to reach out to Cabot Mechanical HVAC. You can go to cabotmechanical.com. They are amazing. David Lindsay is the service manager there. He's a longtime friend of mine. He'll come out and do a free evaluation for you, tell you what's up. The reason I love him, the first time I met him, I just had someone tell me I was going to have to replace my whole unit. And he came in and said, not at all. This is all you need right here. And I was like, are you serious, man? Cost me like $120 instead of like $9,000.
Yeah.
So that kind of honesty matters to me. CabotMechanical.com or give them a call, 502-2720. All right. What you got going all this week? Anything big coming up for you this week, Amanda?
Well, because tomorrow is Taco Tuesday.
Yes.
We are running so a $20 for 20 minutes special at the break room.
Okay, so for people who may have frustration with either taco out there, either of the tacos that are trying to win Taco of the Year.
Yeah.
You want to get that rage out?
Yeah.
You want to get that anger out?
Yeah.
The break room's where to go, right?
Come on.
Yeah, and you got all kinds. Tell them about because I don't think people understand. You don't just walk in and just start throwing stuff. They have different rooms with different themes for different kinds of breaking. Tell them about that.
Yeah, so we've got one real big room that we can put upwards of like 10 people in, and then we've got some smaller rooms, and we can do, let's say you're a daycare worker, or you're a stay-at-home mom, and you just really want to take out some noise-making toys. I can fill a room full of that for you. You want to go all office space, we can do all printers and monitors, or, we've got glasses. You got that grandma that, never had that china that you could never touch. I bet you I got the pattern, I mean.
Yeah, she probably does.
Yeah.
Guys love to take a sledgehammer to the appliances.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
like
yeah.
to beat up washer and dryers, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, you're a tough guy, right?
Yeah.
You and your buddy. Which one of you can
Come
bash it the best, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Bring him up there and start bashing. Go to the break room. Where's it located?
1812 North Reynolds Road, Suite 2. And Fizz Drinks that's on the corner of us, they are going to be doing a soft opening this Thursday.
Are they?
Yeah. And so y'all come by and get some free drinks and help them train their
Tell
staff.
them to bring us some drinks up
I'm
here and
going
we'll
to.
talk about
I'm going
it.
to. I got
Yeah,
to meet them
I'd love
last
to.
night. They were
Okay.
fantastic
Yeah.
people. So I'll
That's
I'll
great.
definitely
I'd
do
love to
that.
help 'em out.
Good people.
Okay, well, yeah, for sure do that. Now, you have a website, don't you?
Yeah, thebreakroomlr.com, because we really tried to be in Little Rock. But thank you, Saline County, for being so amazing to us.
Yes, it's still part of the greater metro.
It really is, and we
Yeah.
don't care. Everybody's welcome.
No, everybody's welcome. You don't have to be from Little Rock or the SC. You can be from anywhere.
Absolutely.
That's right. Now, Chad, what do you got going on in the piercing world this week?
This year, this month is the 12th year I've been in business. So I'll be running
A dozen years.
12 years for me.
And that's awesome, man.
I'll be
That's
running
awesome.
Some deals and stuff like that.
That's
for sure.
great. That's great. Now, look, if people want to find you, where are you located, Chad?
I'm at 1008 East Oak in Conway.
1008 East Oak. And what's next to you there, Chad?
Crazy J.
All
You
right.
can go and see Chad and get pierced up, and then go next door and get yourself a real nice AK bong.
Yo.
Calm you down.
Yeah, and get you a bong. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Get worked up, get calmed down. You can get it worked out. Crazy J's there. So you say you try to get in what 10 to 15 piercings a day. Is that about
Well,
how it
yeah,
is?
I mean, that's an awesome day. Yeah.
That's not okay.
Yeah, for me, that's awesome.
That's a
day.
pretty good day then. Yeah.
I'm not gonna grap about that.
No, okay, all right. Well, you need to get out and see Chad. Now, look, for people who wonder, because maybe they do, we know you pierce ears. What else do you pierce, Chad?
I pierce just about everything. I mean,
Just about.
I had to draw the line, you know.
He draws the line at your nether region.
Yeah,
or
your waistline
fudge
or
fac-
below
Your fudge
is
factory is out.
does not happen.
He's not gonna.
You don't want an uncomfortable piercing.
He's not gonna put a. He's not gonna put a dangling cross on your fleshy fun bridge.
No
okay?
Prince Albert's over here.
Yeah, no taint, no BH, no taint or BH bobs, none of that. No Prince Alberts here.
Wholesome fun.
But otherwise, yeah, just wholesome bonus holes only. Just wholesome bonus holes. That's all we're gonna do. All right, let's talk about this for a second because, it's Diddy time, baby. Did he or didn't he? Oh, he did. He did.
Tell me he so did.
Do what now? Yeah, let me just see what I can see if this will do anything. No, that's not one of those. That's too bad.
We'll have to
I'm
get.
sorry.
We'll have to get it.
I'm trying to find a good one here. There, that's kind of Diddy party. He'd probably play it. No, he wouldn't. That's too rock. Hold on. Man, I thought I might have a good bumping. No, that's too rock. Hold on.
That sounds like some filter.
It does, doesn't it? All right. Well, we're going to leave it anyway.
All right.
I don't care. I'm done trying to find it now. Diddy's parties for the rich and famous have, they've been shrouded in mystery, but now TMZ can show why. They've obtained a standard NDA Sean Combs asked party attendees to sign. The document, pretty standard non-disclosure agreement, prevents signees from sharing information related to Diddy, his family members, current or former partners, spouses, friends, or friends of business associates. So pretty much everyone. The NDA tells signees not to photograph, not to film or record, or have another person do so. Anyone, him or anyone in his orbit without written consent. He specifically names social media sites where attendees can't post photos Diddy doesn't sign off on. Attendees are not to give interviews, write books, or disseminate information about Diddy or the parties without written consent. It's pretty boilerplate. Worth noting, the NDA lasts for life of the artist plus 20 years after their death. So you're not supposed to be able, if you've been to a Diddy party, ever talk about it to anyone in the press. Ever. You'll be dead.
Yeah.
But, of course, that's all kind of fell to the wayside. Now, what I did read over the weekend, and I don't know, what they may or may not have, but according to the report, one of the, should I say, whistleblowers? That's wrong. Okay. One of the people who have reported this turned over 8 flash drives to the 8 flash drives to the FBI over the weekend. Now, 2 of those they said didn't have anything damning on it, but 6 of them had 2 allegedly underage males It was 4 males who were intoxicated and assaulted, and 2 females. It says 2 of the males were underage. They are celebrities. They are known. They are well-known celebrities, according to this. I don't know about that. I don't know. I cannot speak to who it was or isn't.
Oh, I'm making inference.
Well, certainly something happened there, didn't it?
Man,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot. If you
man, yeah, something went down.
there's a lot of
So
people
sad.
that have been through this. You think that Weinstein had a gauntlet?
Seriously.
I mean, this guy.
Yeah, that's a
Oh.
whole other level.
This
though.
guy had a
Like he had a whole
gauntlet.
room.
I mean, they were basically, drugging or getting people drunk or both, and
I think
then
it was something taught to him though. I think there's other people out there that's taught him this stuff, like more high ups. It's gotten away with this older.
well,
man.
you may be right. You
Yeah.
may be right. They may have
Yeah.
introduced him to it.
They
The
usually
Epstein's,
say
the Harvey
that.
Weinsteins of the
Yeah.
world. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
look, somebody learns it from somewhere,
Right.
but also too, don't forget, the richer you become. All right, and I'm not knocking anyone wealthy at all, but I'm saying the richer you become, the less involved in the
world.
day-to-day life that everyone else is involved in you become.
Yes.
And at the point you become a high multimillionaire or billionaire, you are probably mainly disconnected from the real world. And because you're doing whatever the hell you want
Yeah.
because you can.
Right.
And then once you get to a point where you can do anything you want,
Yeah.
anytime you want,
You do it.
that slope probably gets real slippery, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Because
Nobody tells you no.
when you're above the law, everyone around you's a yes man.
Yeah.
People are willing to take the fall for
Nobody questions.
I think the next one's gonna be Jay-Z.
you. It could be. It might
like
be.
the next person you think like that. You know.
I mean, why would anyone be surprised by that when Jay-Z,
And
I mean,
they
he
were
talked
there.
about being a pimp his whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, the pimp, big pimping is a
Yes.
song,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, you're 1,000%.
Yeah. I mean, he told you I was a pimp.
Good.
I'd be like, are you surprised that Ice Cube does drugs? Nope. Why would I be?
Today was a good
He
day.
rapped about it. Yeah. Didn't have to use my AK. Yeah.
Isn't that how Lil Durk got caught? Like with the
Well, Dirk got kind of rapping about it.
rapping
Yeah,
about
no, he's
killing
dumbass.
somebody. I mean,
Yeah. You know who got out? Young Thug got
Man,
out.
yes. That
Oh,
was awesome.
snap.
Yeah,
What's
Young Thug got
up?
out. He's out now.
Go team.
Well, I guess. I don't know. I don't even
He got off-
exactly know how that
know.
works,
He got
but
like what, 20 years probation.
Oof.
yeah, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. My son said, well, he won't be able to even smoke weed anymore. I said, whatever,
He
man.
can't
Come
go to
on.
Atlanta. Like he can't go to certain places.
He can't go to sort of like what?
I think Atlanta.
Like strip clubs?
No,
Oh,
he
shucks,
can't go
he
to
can't go to
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
He just can't be in Atlanta.
Right.
Who wants to go to Atlanta?
That's where he's from.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Well, I'm sure he'll find a new home. He's Young Thug. He's still rich, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Don't you think?
I don't know. That legal team might have tore him up a little
You
bit.
better
Well,
be good
look,
and not go though,
He
because
can
it
drop
seems
it.
like
He
you
can
won't.
drop a hit here in a month and be rich
Right,
again.
right,
I mean, he's
yeah.
Young
He's
Thug.
already working on. That's what I
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? Listen, you can go to prison and drop albums now.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, you
I'm
can.
shocked. R. Kelly doesn't have an album out
Lil
yet.
Durk will have
Is
one
he still
coming out.
alive?
R. Kelly? Yeah, no, he's still alive in there. He's
He's
still
still in
there.
there?
Cosby
Yeah.
in there kicking it.
Yeah, huh?
Him and Cosby in there kicking it.
No, Cosby's out. He's free, man.
Yeah, they let him.
They let him out. No, they let him out. I don't even know what he's hiding. He went into immediate.
You don't hear nothing
Would
about
you?
him, man. No.
You got out
He's
after
on
that?
He's on the island, man.
Hell no.
On an island.
Yeah, I've moved.
On an island.
I
I'm
don't live in the
out.
U.S.
No.
And look, I got rich money, so if I
Okay.
got that kind of money,
Got that 80s rich
I'm
money.
gonna get on somebody's private plane that nobody knows about, and I'm gone.
Out.
Deuces.
Yeah, no, you will never see it. Look, I don't even have that kind of money. If I thought I was going to prison tomorrow,
Oh, man.
you will never hear Angry Patrick again.
Nope.
No, you won't hear Angry Pablo, Angry nobody. I'll be the nicest mother on the
be
planet, man.
Mute.
Yeah, no, I probably would too. I'm
You
out.
learn
You're
sign
never gonna find
language,
me.
All of
Yeah.
a sudden you're deaf.
You Bill Cosby?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not doing it, man. I'm just not built for prison. You know what I'm
No,
saying? I mean,
no.
look, it's just different. You know, what do you? I mean, you've had a past, right?
Yeah.
Tell people, and I'm not putting him on the spot here.
Like, man.
I'm not putting him on the spot here because it's in his bio. You know, but you had a challenging life, and you overcome a lot, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I mean, you really did.
Yeah. Yeah. Seen a bunch of stuff growing up for sure.
Yeah.
Some wild stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could elaborate a little bit.
I mean, I don't want to elaborate too much because
Okay.
like it's.
He
People
look.
get run over by cars walking down the street. Like I seen people get shot up. Like I lived in a bad neighborhood.
He did.
Yeah.
I mean, he grew up in a really difficult area, and he overcame a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. I mean, when I tell you,
Got
this guy-
PTSD for a reason.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I believe it, man. I
Yeah.
believe that. I believe that. Amanda as well. You've been honest about overcoming addiction and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
And I grew up in the heart of banging in the rock, so I get it. I get it. I think we both have one of them special
Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
government numbers.
No,
too.
I went to Watson and Cloverdale Junior High. So,
Yeah.
I've told the story about how I inadvertently became a gang member and didn't even know it.
I mean,
It
we're
didn't
all
last
white.
long.
We're just not that white.
Gang.
Yeah, no, I don't know anything about that privilege they
Nah.
speak of. I'll be honest with you. I never had that. You know, what I had was a tough way to go. I remember, man.
Man.
I remember I was so excited when I got some new tennis shoes, right? Some sneakers, man. I was real pumped about them. And these guys that I knew were giving me hell about it, but I didn't know for a minute. They were like, "Oh man, check those shoes out. Where'd you get those?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are GTs, right? And I was like, "Yeah." They were like, "Good and tacky," and I was like,
Yeah,
I
they
thought I was cool for a
they
minute.
roasted you.
No, they did. I used to get roasted a lot in junior high,
They tried
man.
to jack me for my starter jacket one year. I remember that. I got
For the
Ooh,
starter
starter
jacket.
I was walking home
jackets.
from the junior high and they pulled a pistol on me.
Was it the
Give me
Hornets?
jacket, and I dropped my bike and I just took off running. They ran
But
all
you
the
kept
way
the
home.
jacket?
Oh hell yeah! They didn't
Hell
get my
yeah.
jacket.
Hell
No,
yeah.
you took off, yeah.
Was it a Charlotte Hornets
It was the
jacket?
Charlotte, and it was a trench coat, and I was only like 5 foot tall, so it was like hanging the ground.
Yes.
That is great. Man.
Yes.
A starter
absolutely.
trench coat.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Those are the man.
Man,
Coming
for a
back.
minute,
They are
starter
coming
was
back.
huge.
They were so big.
And now
guys.
they're
Like
at Wally, aren't they? They're
Mm.
Walmart
it's
now,
coming
aren't
back.
they?
They're bringing
hear they're
back the
coming back.
starter jackets, but I
They
don't know if
are.
it's Walmart.
Yeah, no,
or
I
Walmart.
don't care.
No, I'm not saying it's not cool. I'm just
I'll go to Walmart. You remember when Champion was in like Kmart and all
Yeah.
That
that?
could be in Little Rock.
Yeah. Yeah, $5 for all that stuff getting roasted for having Champion. Now you
Reebok
can't
is at
afford it.
Walmart now.
Yes.
Yeah, Reebok's at Walmart.
I got
Owns
them
Reebok.
straps. I got them straps.
Shaq's a part owner of Reebok.
Something like that.
I didn't know that.
Yes,
Mhm.
Jack
Is he?
is part owner. Shaq
he owns a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Did you-
That's a
No, he is a
smart
businessman.
man.
He's worth, I think, almost $500 million.
That's a smart man right
He owns
there.
part of Papa John's. I know that.
Yo,
He also owns he owns Marilyn Monroe,
Yes.
Elvis Presley.
Elvis
Yes.
Presley. He owns a lot of
bunch of
yes.
catalogs and things of very
Mhm.
famous artists. No, he is one of the most savvy business people
cool dudes.
on the
like,
planet.
Yeah.
I
And
just love to meet that guy, man.
Yeah.
man, everybody, you know what? He's a guy who's he owns his own past.
Mm-hmm.
He'll tell you that he screwed up the best relationship he ever had by
Yep.
cheating on his wife. He still maintains that
Yep.
he was at fault. It wasn't her. And I think they're good friends now, have been for a long time. But he went through a period of not being, the kind of person that he wanted to be. But
Mm-hmm.
at some point, he made that curve. And look, I've seen so many stories. But this dude, he loves to go into a big store
Oh yeah.
and just find people to buy stuff for.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he'll see you in there as a
Wedding
family.
rings,
Yeah,
like
he'll buy.
Yeah.
He's bought toys, he's bought bikes, he's bought every kind of
Cars.
thing you can imagine. He tries to make a difference in everyday lives as well as give to charity and things like that.
Awesome guy.
Yeah,
man.
he's one of the nicest celebrities out there. I'd say him and another one that is high on my list of people that I respect a lot, Keanu Reeves.
Oh yes.
I think everybody pretty
Yeah.
much
Dude.
universally
Oh,
likes
He's just a
Keanu
good
Reeves.
dude.
I mean, if
Yeah.
you don't like him, maybe something's wrong with you. I don't
There
know.
is something wrong with you.
I mean, how could you not like the
I mean,
dude?
who hurt you?
he rides the subway by himself.
Seriously.
He doesn't care.
Seriously, he sits and talks to the homeless guy on
Yeah.
and has
No,
lunch
he's-
with
yeah,
them.
He's
Like
dope people, and he's
Relatable.
It gave away like a lot of his money during Matrix so that the graphics people
Yes.
made,
yes,
They should.
what they should have.
yes,
Like,
he did.
Come on.
No, not only that, but he started a company that makes motorcycles. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
he's
kinda
so
dope.
hot. He's so hot.
Yeah, is he?
He's
You
so
know
hot.
what?
Um,
I'm gonna say, I didn't for a long time get the Keanu Reeves thing as far as the girls fawning over him like that.
Mm.
I do now because it's a quiet cool about him.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that quiet, cool guy
The vibe
thing.
he gives off.
It is. It's a way. It's the vibe that Johnny Depp once thought he gave off.
For the drunken pirate.
But that's gone now.
Yeah.
Now just smelly Johnny Depp remains. You know. I don't know. I'm sure people would still, with Johnny Depp. But
Have either of you ever seen a deaf child ahead sign? Is that like, yeah? Did that was ever on any of your?
yeah, I've seen that.
Have you seen
Actually,
that?
yes.
I've actually not ever seen that.
I have seen that
Okay.
sign. Not often, but I've seen it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there was one of my favorite rants, and apparently there's one of those signs in Saline County, and
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that's probably where I've seen it.
yeah, one of the comments was like, if they're deaf, why are they outside playing? I was like, what the hell?
Well, because we don't allow deaf people outside around here, not in the USA,
I'm
man.
more worried about a blind person. than
Yeah,
anything else.
right. Well, that was one of the posts that the admins turned the comments off because
Why
people
are
were
they
just getting
outside
like
playing?
people were going off on these
I
people.
imagine, man.
Why are they? Come on, man. Why are they outside playing? Yeah, why are they even here?
Well,
Why don't we just take them out from the beginning?
Where? Okay, it says, well, if they can't hear, they shouldn't be playing in the streets. Whatever happened to beating the hell out of your children to
Wow.
keep them alive, bro? Are you serious?
Really? Oh, you gonna beat the death out of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you.
You make sense, bro.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna tell you what. Why don't you just take yourself on down and
Beat the hell out yourself.
deport yourself from the planet? All right, how about that? Deport yourself
Cereal.
from the planet, Chief.
Serious.
See, what is this? We needed. Oh no, we read that. Crystal said, "Happy Monday."
Happy Monday, Crystal.
She said, "Can we say hi to my?" Hold on one second. I don't know why. Can we say hi to my grandma Joyce Ernest, please?
Hello,
it's very
Joyce.
important.
Hey, Joyce.
Hi, Grandma Joyce
Hi,
Ernest.
Joyce.
Jamie
Uh,
Joyce.
I just got through doing 5 full calendars in McPherson Unit, Newport,
Damn.
and currently went flat on 6-year parole. So
Damn.
it's my past.
Congratulations.
I lived it. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Nothing
You're right.
whatsoever. I was
It
in
is.
Newport. I was in Newport.
No, were you?
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that the toughest one?
For me, yes.
Yeah.
Of all the places that I've served time, it was.
Now, let me ask you, because obviously, as I stated earlier, I fear prison. That's why I never went.
Yeah.
You know, it was just as healthy. I don't want to be violated.
Yeah.
Okay. And well, never mind.
It can
I'm gonna pause on that for a second. We'll
I mean,
come
it
back.
can happen.
I don't want. But so when you first went, you had to be, of course, mortified, terrified. I'm sure.
Yes.
Was it what you expected?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. It was
No,
exactly.
No, yeah. It was 100
It was
what I
just
expected.
all bad.
Yeah, I mean, and I'd been in county enough times at that point and been with enough people that had been to the pen and come back, and everybody tries to help you and prepare you for it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that pissed me off is we had just gotten commissary at PCRDF whenever they called us, because you never know when you're going. And so I had like a full trunk of like snacks and cigarettes
Oh,
and stuff, and I couldn't take it
no.
with me. I was so pissed.
Kingpin.
You were the
Yeah.
red. You were the
I couldn't
red
but I couldn't
of
take
the
shit with me
unit.
to the penitentiary. I did. I was prepared though. I had multiple bras and like underwear and boxers like without underwire and stuff like that, because you could take that with you as long as it was white.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was prepared like that.
Why be racist?
The white parties in there.
Well, everybody's wearing white.
Okay.
Everybody is wearing white
Racist.
at that penitentiary.
I
Racist.
remember Faulkner County had pink. We had pink
Yep.
jumpsuits.
Faulkner County's.
I was in
Oh.
juvenile. We
still
had
got
pink
it.
jumpsuits.
They still got it.
You had pink
When I
jumpsuits.
was in juvenile, we did.
I'll
Yes.
tell you the craziest thing I saw when I went to me, just from an outside observer, and it's not the craziest, it's just humorous to me, is I went to prison to visit someone, and they were like, well, do you want to get a picture? And I was like, what do you mean? He goes,
Oh
Yeah.
and they had like an Olin Mills set up.
Yes.
Where it looks like
man.
you're in front of a lake or some shit, man. And I'm like, hold on, they got an Olin Mills set up
Oh,
here?
man, they got some wild ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, no,
Okay.
come on, man.
That was another thing I was pissed about, because they did not have the sweet backdrops whenever I was in the penitentiary to take like cool photos with my mom or my my
friend.
client.
What was
My,
behind
my,
yours?
my
The
best
vending
client
machine?
from Prime Time like came and visited me too.
Really?
Shout out, thanks, bro. He also got me a job when I got out of the
Really?
penitentiary too. Yeah,
That is a good client.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
I
I can
love
remember his
Amanda,
name. I give him a
goddammit.
shout out.
I do, Amanda. I love you so much. Let's do this. Come on. You crazy. You crazy girl. I swear to God. I love it.
Listen up now, I'll tell you a story. Without a doubt, it's kinda gory. It's the worst news you could ever hear. Things just like this make you fear. Lying lunch on a dumb guy's knee, or a big hard rock drowning some honey. Why you laughing? Why you laughing? This shit ain't funny. What? This shit ain't funny.
Act like that doesn't get stuck in your head later in the day.
Hilarious.
I know it does.
Yes.
I know it does.
It does.
I know it does. I know it does. All right, let's get to this. So, not a good thing here at all. Investigators believe an Indiana man originally charged his ex-girlfriend of a week while holding a gun before switching to a knife and then stabbing her over and over and over again. He's behind bars after charged his ex-girlfriend. He stabbed her more than 20 times.
Wow.
Keywine Gibson, 22. Attempted murder. Hey,
Attempted.
20 times
20
plus,
times?
and you couldn't finish
You
the
couldn't,
job.
yeah,
Wow.
seriously.
Well,
They
either
called something else.
Oh,
either
what,
you got
they're-
my baby's first knife,
Uncompetent murder or something. man.
domestic
Baby's first
violence,
knife.
baby's first weapon. I mean, what is this?
They're gonna get back together. She's gonna put money on his book.
Probably
He'll
so.
put money on his book.
I mean, I love the ice
My
cream.
vital organs on purpose.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he
exactly.
cares.
That means he loves her.
Yeah.
Could have hit my heart, but he didn't.
Coulda, but he loved me, girl.
Yeah, they do that.
I've said that.
Police arrived. They found a victim allegedly able to tell them who her attacker was. According to the woman, she was coming back to her apartment with groceries when she saw a man standing by the bushes. She said that when she got to the stairs, she could hear him behind her. When she turned to look, she recognized her ex-boyfriend, Gibson. She told police she had broken up with him a week ago. He was running toward her with a handgun. As he approached her, he put the gun away, pulled out a knife. She said she couldn't remember how many times. They did find over 20 puncture
I
marks.
doubt she was counting.
Well, maybe. I mean, I don't know.
I wouldn't be counting. I'm trying to get away, bro.
Well, she got 32 staples in the back of her head.
God dang.
That's a lot. And he still didn't do the
Hey,
job.
hold on. Did he stab her in the head and
Well,
like
it
still
says,
kill her?
yeah.
38
Knife wounds on her
staples.
chest, her armpit, her neck, her back, and shoulders.
Armpit.
Is this like
Armpit.
one of those,
'Cause she went
those
like
blades
that.
on the end of your fingernail?
Oh,
thing?
what'd you do?
Like your clippers, that little
I
one?
know what it is.
Stabbed in the
He
armpit?
got one of them packages like I got with the safety. The
Oh, it only goes so far?
Yeah, that only goes so far. It's like an inch blade. or
yeah,
whatever.
not a good
Bless him.
job there, man. Yeah, enjoy prison, by the way.
Yeah.
Hope you're someone's bitch. Indonesia's National Disaster Management Agency said Monday at least 10 people died after a series of volcanic eruptions widened on the island of Flores. In other news, people live by volcanoes and wait for the lava to hit them.
Yeah.
The eruption of Mount Luatobi Laki, I'm saying that 3 times fast, around midnight spewed thick brownish ash, 2,000 meters, 6,500 feet into the air. Hot ashes hit several villages, burning down houses, including a convent of Catholic nuns, according to Furman Yusuf. He said volcanic material was thrown for 3.5 miles from its crater, blanketing nearby villages and towns with tons of debris, forcing people to flee. All the bodies were found within a 2.4-mile radius of the crater. At least 10,000 people have been affected by the eruption in 6 villages of Wulangatang. That's not even a real name, is it? Wulangatang? Come on, y'all. Really? Okay. Let's move on from that then. All right, let's see here. We've got, okay. Yeah. No, that's clearly bad too. Hold on. Let me,
Yes, Crystal, prison is very inhumane.
yes, it is. A 24-year-old man was watching the New York City Marathon and fell out of the 3rd-story window to his death while watching the marathon. As 12:30 p.m. racers were passing, wow, he probably fell right in the middle of them. Lucky he didn't land on one of the racers.
Wow.
That would have been a tough one, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If it taken out 3 or 4 of them.
Mm.
Wow, yeah, man, just fell right in the middle
Bowling.
and died. Yeah, they probably ran over him. They just kept running.
Yeah.
I'm not stopping. I got to run high.
I got runner's high. That's it. Hold on. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Yeah. Yeah.
Is there a runner high
This is what it sounded like.
sound? Is
They
that
were
it?
running over him.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that's how it sounded.
Impressive.
A poorly maintained and overcrowded bus veered off the road and plunged into a deep gorge in northern India.
I knew it was India.
Yeah, killing at least 36 people and injuring many others. The accident occurred in the Almora district. You know where that is.
Of course.
Yeah, the mountainous state of Uttarakhand.
Yeah.
The bus was carrying about 60 people.
We summer there.
More than 20 were injured, said Deepak Rawat, not Deepak Chopra. That's different. Authorities said earlier that they believe there were 42 passengers, how many people the bus could accommodate. Teams of rescue workers were deployed to the site. Officials feared the death toll may rise further as 7 passengers in the hospital were in critical condition. TV footage showed parts of the bus mangled and destroyed. It was overturned on a rocky slope. Rescuers were seen working to pull out passengers and bodies on a stretcher. The chief minister said rescue teams were working through the night. They opened an investigation into it. There were a number that did manage to escape or were thrown out when it was going down the ravine, I guess,
Thrown out.
because it started rolling, you know.
Ooh, and there's no safety equipment on those things.
It's a bus, you know. I mean, think about the school bus. There are no seat belts. They tell you it's safer if you believe it. I don't know. But in July, 18 people died after a double-decker passenger bus collided with a milk truck. Wow. They say there's no use crying over spilled milk, but
They did.
Hey-oh.
yeah, all right. And that will wrap that up for today. So, again, I want to remind everyone, first of all, thank you for being with us every day. We could not be
Yes.
more thankful for that, and for Legion Scaffold, for the Legion Scaffold at Broadcast Center. Thank you to Game Time Wraps for making our studio so damn awesome. If you need anything wrapped, Game Time Wraps, go see them. They're in the Maumelle area. They are awesome. They can wrap anything. They do collegiate basketball floors. They are amazing. So reach out to them. They did all of our walls, our lobby, everything. It's incredible. Big thanks to Spencer Consulting, LLC. They are the renovation company that helped put my Starship console together and
Love it.
made it for us. So we're very thankful to them, as well as to all of you. You guys continue to be the best fans and people in the world. I was looking at our numbers over the weekend. Gunner, the G-Man, Gunny Highway.
Gunny.
Yeah,
Gunny.
you got it. He sent me a list of all the places we were being listened to, and it was unbelievable. It was all over the country, it was all over the world, literally, and we could not be more thankful. We're going to be ratcheting up the guest this week on Wednesday. Ronnie is bringing in an amazing songwriter, a guy that you might know him when we talk to him. He's written some pretty big damn songs. And
You might.
yeah. And you're gonna be real interested with that. We've got another comedian that should be joining us this week.
Nice.
I'm hopeful that we're gonna have John Reap
Yeah, I was gonna say that'll be a
on
good
this
one.
week. Yeah, John Reap.
I've
You
been
know,
talking to him on the internet still. Since,
Have you?
Yeah.
How
I was
cool.
like, I want to see you, man, soon. He's like,
Yeah.
I'll see you, man.
yeah. It was great. We I got to meet John and know him when we did the really awful, terrible night of comedy.
Yeah.
And and he was the headliner for us. So yeah, that was an interesting night for
Hollywood.
sure. Huh?
Hollywood.
Yeah, but he's funny. He's been in some. I think he's
He's
done
a
a
Hemi
Dis-
guy. The guy,
yeah,
you
the-
got a Hemi?
Yeah,
Got a
he's
Hemi?
that guy.
Yeah, I'm on.
He's also in Cars or one of those
He's
movies.
he's
So it's one like
he's
that.
in one of the Howard and Kumar or whatever.
Yeah, Harold and Kumar.
He's a crazy
Yes.
trucker guy.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Some crazy
yeah.
roads, man.
He's a very funny guy
Yeah, he's
though.
hilarious.
But and as I mentioned, we are out to a lot of people, and I'll be announcing a lot of these people soon. For example, I believe we're going to be getting Smile Empty Soul on.
Yeah.
I heard.
Yes, yeah, and
Nice.
Kingstown. So we're bringing in some heat, and we're going to keep bringing heat. We're out to some big people, and it's only going to get bigger. And it's thanks to you guys. It's always every single day thanks to you. Don't forget that. Please spread the word. If you're not following us on TikTok or any of our social medias, please go add yourself there and add to as many as you can. By the way, I think next week I'm going to start something new where people are going to have a passport. And, you're going to be able to go to our sponsors and win prizes that are dope.
That's
with a
awesome.
little
I'm so
passport.
excited about
Yeah,
this.
it's a real
I'm
cool
so,
idea. We
so
sat and
excited
worked
about
on this for a little bit,
Yeah.
and I think it's going to be something you're super excited about because we've got a bunch of cool things. So, hey, great Monday show. Thanks for being here. We'll get through Taco Tuesday tomorrow together.
Man,
hang
come
in there,
on.
okay, everybody?
Hang in there.
All right.
Love y'all, mean it.
Yes, we do.